Let's say hello to YouTube. Hi, YouTube. Welcome to Nancy Drew, Legend of the Crystal Skull. This is my all time favorite Nancy Drew game, so I'm so excited to play it with everyone. Um, let's get into it. Let's read the case file.
Current assignment. What assignment? Bess and I are flying to New Orleans for a long weekend of fabulous music, sightseeing, and food. Okay, so I'm also going to visit Ned's friend, Henry Bollet, but only as a
The
favor to Ned.
lawnmower
Apparently,
outside
Henry's
in the
uncle just
game?
died,
What's going
and he had to
on?
go down there for a couple of weeks. Ned says Henry's a nice guy, but kind of a loner who might appreciate a little company. So, the first thing I'll do is leave Bess at our hotel in the French Quarter and take a cab out to the mansion where Henry's staying. Ned called him and said I'd be coming. But once that's done, it'll be lazy les bon temps brûlés. The only bad news is the weather's not supposed to be that great this weekend. But what's a little stormy weather when you're in the heart of the Big Easy, right?
Hi,
Right.
Miss Lemon. Welcome in. Welcome. The fact that the lawnmower was going the entire time Nancy was speaking and then it got quieter when she stopped is very silly to me. I think that's very funny. Lamp appreciation. Let's go. Junior detective, baby. The puzzles are hard in this one. Warning, it's best to play this game in a dark room. If it's daytime, draw the shades. If it's nighttime, turn off all the lights. I don't have curtains or blinds in this room, so we're gonna make do with what we've got. I love this game.
Hello? Anybody here?
Spooky.
Hi, the door was open.
I love it.
Here, drink this.
What is it?
Something that'll make you feel better. Drink it. Just a couple sips.
Thank you for the toot, Owen. Welcome in. Should we drink it or no? Owen is 74% a silly goose. You're only 1% behind Maggie. Maggie was 75% a silly goose and is winning so far. I'm gonna drink it.
Okay.
That's it.
No offense, but yuck.
Don't make her drink any of your weirdo concoctions.
Henry!
We'll have to take her to the emergency room.
You just go back to your phone call and leave us be. Don't pay him any mind.
Where am I?
You're at Henry Bollet's house, dear, in the library. He and I carried you in here after I found you unconscious in the foyer.
Why is it so dark in here?
The electricity went out. Lightning must have struck a transformer somewhere. What happened? Can you remember?
Well, the front door was open, so I walked in, and then I saw this... Well, I saw a skeleton. And then he saw me. And then the light started flickering, and he threw something at me that exploded. The smoke must have made me pass out.
You saw a skeleton?
I'm sure it was just someone, wearing a costume or something. I'm Nancy Drew, by the way. I came to see Henry.
So we surmised. I'm Renee Amand. I'm Bruno Bollet's housekeeper. That is, I was. This skeleton that attacked you, perhaps we should call the police.
No emergency room, no police. Things are complicated enough as it is.
Henry's feeling a mite overwhelmed. Well, you are looking much better, so I'm gonna get back to my plant potting. You need anything? I'll be outside in the garden.
I should call them and keep them on hold for 5 hours and see how they like it.
Okay, so Maggie said this game always reminds me of New Year's Eve now because I played it on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day 2020 before everything went all crazy. That's wild. This is not my favorite game, but it is not my least favorite game. The music especially has grown on me. I do love the music in this game, like, so much. I'm gonna go ahead and save it just in case I forget. What's today? The 26th. Okay. Let's just go ahead and talk to Henry.
So, Nancy, nice to meet you. Ned sent you here to check up on me, huh?
He's kind of worried about you, that's all.
Ned's a nice guy. I mean, I really don't know him that well, just from school. But when I mentioned that my only living relative just died, he was all like, yeah? How you feeling, man? You doing okay? Wanna talk? Of course, I guess I do come across as a little needy sometimes.
You look pretty busy.
Great Uncle Bruno named me executor of his estate,
His
which
compression
means I
gloves.
have to make sure all his bills are paid and debts taken care of so his assets can be distributed. Unfortunately, he couldn't have cared less about little things like keeping records or balancing checkbooks. Dealing with his creditors and their lawyers has been an absolute nightmare.
He made you his executor? You two must have been close.
Not really. My parents died in a car crash when I was 8. Since I had no other relatives, he took me in, or should I say he shipped me out. Boarding school, summer camp, military school, college. He may have looked after me, but he never spent any time with me. I didn't know him at all. So, thanks for stopping by, Nancy. And now you can report back to Ned that I'm
Dustin!
fine and go enjoy New Orleans.
Thank you. Thank you for the sub. Ah, you're so kind. I just saw that you followed not too long ago. I really appreciate
I
it.
sure can. but
Thank
I'm
you
not
so
going to.
much.
Not until I know who that skeleton man was and what he was doing here and why he knocked me out like that. Look, I can understand you're not wanting to call the police, but somebody should investigate. And since playing detective is kind of a hobby with me,
No offense, but are you sure you didn't just pass out from the heat and humidity or something and dream that you saw the skeleton dude?
You're here from TikTok. That's awesome. I just made my TikTok account on a whim because I haven't had a personal TikTok account in almost 2 years, I think. But I just started sharing my reels on there. So thank you so much for being here. I'm so glad you're here. Feel free to join the Discord if you like. I just put the link in chat for you.
I'm positive.
Okay, look around all you want. But I should probably warn you, Uncle Bruno was into exotic pets. Didn't believe in cages, so he gave him the run of the place. And just because he's dead doesn't mean they are. So if you're gonna go poking around, be careful.
All right. Now, where to first? I kind of feel like we should get all the talking out of the way. And then we can go exploring.
Nancy,
I think that's how I'm
welcome
feeling
to
right
my
now.
little lantern-lit corner of the world.
Looks like you like to grow things.
I do indeed. Herbs mostly. And because I'm in constant need of them, I grow them in pots.
There's nothing quite like cooking with fresh herbs, that's for sure.
Game
I
volume
don't
is
use
a smidge
these
quiet.
herbs for
Okay.
Cooking, darling.
Okay. Let's...
That was a little creepy.
We're going to do this first, and it's going to sound louder than the actual game because that's how these go. But if this doesn't... If this doesn't help, then I'll do it in OBS. So just let me know.
Did you and Henry have a nice chat?
Did I detect a little animosity
better?
between you two back there?
Henry's a very morose, very negative young man. Very cunning, too. In fact, I'm fairly certain that he's been selling off Dr. Bolay's belongings on the sly.
Won't all of Dr. Bolay's belongings go to Henry anyway?
Absolutely not. According to Dr. Bolay's will, Henry is to get 30% of the estate. Dr. Bolay's physician, Gilbert Buford, gets 30%. Our Lady of Route 57 School of Dentistry and Cosmetology gets 30%. And I am to receive 10%.
What was in that concoction you wanted me to drink after I got knocked out?
Never you mind. It was just a little remedy I brewed up on the spot to help you feel better.
Okay, good. Good. Thank you for letting me know.
If you don't mind my asking, what's in that little pouch you wear around your neck?
Things. Secret things. Things that give me special talents when special times demand them. People usually laugh when I say this, but this pouch is my connection to the energy that powers the universe.
Go off, Queen.
Oh,
Well, at least you didn't laugh.
if you don't like Henry that much, how come you're still here?
I'm here because Dr. Bolay paid me in advance, and I always fulfill my obligations.
Nice talking to you.
One more thing. I, too, have seen the skeleton man. After Dr. Bolay passed, that night, I saw him in the hallway. He was there, then he was gone. So you best be careful, Nancy Drew, because if it was Mr. Death, and I truly think it was, he's come back.
All right. Let's go looking around. Let's explore the room where we saw the skeleton man. Interesting. Oh. The music is so good in this one. Ooh, our first eyeball. I want to try to click on all the things, because I don't know if I ever have. That's a cool one. I like that one. This one we'll have to do later. I think we've seen all of it. Yeah. Unless... the curly tree. Hello? Okay, there we go. Portrait missing. Here we go. That's gotta be a clue. Alright, let's go ahead and try to do this puzzle now, shall we? Or at least we'll give it our best shot. Because I, like, kind of remember how this puzzle goes. But I don't know if it'll be enough. Oops. Okay, now one of these needs to go all the way up, and I'm pretty sure it's this one. But I'm hesitant to do that right now. Wait. Okay, I just need to make sure I don't get it backed into a corner where I can't get to it. I think that's the fastest I've ever done this. Slay. Wow! That was brilliant. Speedrun strats. I've never done a speedrun in my life, and I don't think I ever will. Save immediately. Oh, wait. Wait, I want to look at that again. Anything of interest here? No. Okay, so I'll do that later. Gotta do the Nancy Drew speedathon. I don't know, man. I don't know. At least once. Yeah, you're probably right. When do they do that? Is that coming up, or has it already happened for 2024? Because maybe I'll do it in 2025. Because that seems like a while away. is at the end of May. Okay. Gotcha. As soon as I hear there's a time limit on anything, my heart starts doing a little speed run. Me too. Those timed puzzles in the Nancy Drew Dossier game nearly gave me a heart attack for absolutely no reason other than the fact that they were timed. Let's see. All of our teeth puzzles. A lot of this game I've never done without cheating, so it's going to be interesting the first few times that I do these puzzles. Hi, Coco. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome. You practiced for like a month. Okay, so maybe I just need to practice. Okay, can't look at that.
Your great-uncle really had a thing for glass eyes, didn't he?
Yep, wore a glass eye for as long as I can remember. Had a whole collection of them. Liked to wear a different color every day.
Okay, Bridges to Nowhere. Should I go ahead and write these down? I think I will. Maybe it'll save me time later. Jeannie. I just read a book where the main character's name was Jeannie. Jeannie Dover, 407. The Camel in the Needle's Eye. By J. Dromedas. The glass eyes in this game crack me up. Me too. 608. Cat's Eye. Tab Chasseur. Ten 010. Cavities and their prevention. Dr. Mark Payne. (996). Chernatids? Chernatids? I don't know what that is. And their care. Scorpio Mac. Do we have any Scorpios in chat? I'm a Leo. 543. Daniel and the Moving Finger. Maybe I don't need to write all these down, but I'm already so far into it that I'm like, I'm just gonna keep writing. 678. The glass eye freaks me out and the dentist stuff scares me, but I love the music and the spooky rain environment in this game. That's totally fair. Your husband is a Scorpio, and you're a Capricorn Sun, Aquarius Moon, and Virgo Rising. I am a Leo Sun, Cancer Moon, Cancer Rising. Furthermore, I am Cancer Mars, Leo Venus, and Leo Mercury. So I'm like half and half split in my big six with Leo and Cancer energy, which I think is really interesting. Finding Fish, Bill Kessler. That is a nod to White Wolf of Icicle Creek, which was the game before this. So that's fun. And it was the 16th game. That's a fun Easter egg. I like that. Grinding Fake Eyes. Which is number 511. Leo and Cancer are not the same. My parents are Leos. My mom is kind of Virgo cuspy, but my dad is right in the middle. Super social. It is a lot of conflict. Yeah. Yeah. Am I okay? Most of the time. I've had to do a lot of self-reflection to be where I am today. To put it in a general sense. If y'all are in my Discord, I do have a channel on there where we talk about astrology and affirmations for the week. So if you want to be a part of that, you should join my Discord. A Librarian's Tale, which I think is one that we need. 000. Limes and Coconuts by Sid Zest. I'm not gonna write that one down. My Eye and Other Tall Tales. Um, 401. I hope I don't regret not writing that other one down. Not Now, Not Ever. Prudent Living, a memoir. That's Prudence Rutherford. Bridges to Nowhere. Okay, so we're back at the beginning. That was a lot. That was a lot. That took up nearly a whole page of notes. But it's no big deal. Maybe now we can look at the bookshelves. So this game, for some reason, I can click out of the window. So that makes me nervous, but we're gonna be fine. Everything's fine. Nobody freak out. Thank you for the toot lift. Welcome in. I'm gonna save because that made me nervous. Welcome, welcome. Okay, let's talk to Henry again. Let's see what he says about all the glass eyes and the books and the yada yada whatever.
Yes?
Yes.
I found this scrap of paper in the fireplace. Do you know anything about it?
No. You always go digging around in people's fireplaces?
Just looking for something that
That's
might
okay,
tell me
Liv.
who
No
that
big.
skeleton man was.
No biggie.
Anything else?
Why is there an empty frame in the gallery in the other room?
Apparently someone stole the canvas. Renee says it disappeared sometime after Bruno died.
What was it a painting of? Do you know?
It was of my parents. I think it was painted in the garden out back. Renee doesn't like me. Wouldn't surprise me if she took it out of spite.
Is your great-uncle's estate worth very much?
I have no idea, nor will I until I get all his affairs settled. He was a dentist for most of his life, so he must have had some
dentist.
money squirreled away.
I'm scared
As
of
you can
them.
tell, he was darn good at squirreling away junk.
Have you had any of his things appraised?
Somebody from a curio shop came in and took a quick look around, but it wasn't anything formal.
Why is there a model of a cemetery in the other
Good thing
room?
he's dead then.
Because great Uncle Bruno used to oversee the cemetery next door. Made that scale model so he could keep track of where everything, or should I say everyone, was. Crafted all those miniature crypts himself. And people think I'm weird.
Do you know what this is? I found it in the other room.
Looks to me like some kind of tracing.
I was thinking that maybe my skeleton man left it behind.
Well, I sure don't know anything about it. Anything else?
I'll check back with you later.
Awesome.
Not the oatmeal container inflation. I was wondering if you had noticed that. Okay, let's call Bess. Let's check in. Actually, let's call Ned first, because I'll forget to call him for the rest of the game. So we should get that over with now.
Hello, Nancy?
Hey, Ned.
It's about time you called. Did you make it to New Orleans okay?
Yep.
Have you seen Henry?
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure I like the way you said that. Is he okay?
He's fine. Well, he's the executor of his great-uncle Bruno's estate, which he's not real happy about. But he and his great-uncle weren't that close, so he's not grief-stricken or anything.
Well then, are you okay?
Other than being attacked on my way
I've
into
never
Henry's
noticed
house by a
him
skeleton wearing a
saying
red
that
ascot
before.
and getting knocked out by the smoke bomb he threw at me, I'm fine too.
What?
Let's just say that I've stumbled onto a mystery, and I'm not leaving till I solve it.
Why am I not surprised? Is Bess with you?
No, I told her I'd
Coco's
meet her back at the hotel.
68% silly
So tell me about this
goose.
skeleton man.
That's pretty high.
Well, it was someone in a costume, obviously.
Live at
He or she was leaning over
19%.
something in the great room when I
No
walked in and
way.
surprised them.
So they threw a smoke bomb at you and ran?
Yeah, I must have interrupted whatever
The
they were doing.
audacity.
What were they leaning over?
A scale model of the cemetery next door. Henry says his great-uncle Bruno made it so he could keep track of who was buried there. Apparently, Bruno used to oversee the cemetery. And right near the scale model, I found a tracing of some kind of symbol.
Thanks
I'm
for the
thinking
Stranger
maybe
Things
Skeleton Man
theme.
dropped it.
Love
Why
that.
would Skeleton Man
Thank
be
you for the
interested in the
bits.
scale model of a cemetery?
Good question. Maybe I'll take a real good look around in there and see if I can find out.
Good idea.
I'm still trying to figure out how you got to be friends with Henry.
I
Well,
love
we're
Stranger
not best
Things.
friends or anything. Heck,
I wanna
we're not really
rewatch
even
it.
friends. I just feel sorry for the guy. I mean, he never hangs out with anyone
Season
between
4 is
classes.
so good.
And when I'd heard there'd been a death in the family, I just wanted to make sure he was okay all by himself down there.
Don't worry, he's fine. A little strange,
Girl,
maybe,
finish
but
it. It's so
fine.
good.
That's good to hear.
You know, you're a pretty nice guy.
Yeah, I know.
Horribly behind. That's me about literally everything. Except Stranger Things, I guess.
Right after Henry's great-uncle Bruno died, someone stole one of the paintings from his gallery. Just took the canvas and left the frame.
Anything else missing from the house?
I don't think so. At least no one has said anything. Of course, the only people here are Henry and Bruno's housekeeper, Renee. And this house is so full of stuff. Even if something else was missing, it would be ages until anyone noticed.
You think the missing painting ties in with your skeleton man somehow?
Yeah. I mean, I have no idea how it ties in. But
Everything's
my gut feeling is
connected.
there's some kind of relationship between the two.
Well, if there is, I'm sure you'll find it.
Bruno Bolet's housekeeper, Renee, is still here, despite the fact that she and Henry don't really get along that well.
Why do you think she's staying on?
She says it's because Bruno paid her in advance.
But you don't believe her.
10% of Bruno's estate is supposed to go to her. Only she thinks Henry's been selling off Bruno's assets on the sly. So it wouldn't surprise me if she's staying on so she can keep tabs on him.
How much of Bruno's estate is Henry supposed to get?
30%.
That's a pretty healthy chunk. He wouldn't be selling stuff on the sly. This Renee person sounds kind of paranoid.
What this Renee person is freaky.
In what way?
She wanted me to drink some strange-looking concoction after I passed out from the smoke bomb, but she refused to tell me what was in it. And she wears this weird little pouch around her neck. Says what's inside it connects her to the energy that powers the universe.
She's probably harmless, but stay on her good side, just in case.
That's it for now.
Great hearing from you. Keep it up.
I will.
Aw.
Talk to you soon.
You'd better. Bye.
Poor guy.
Hello?
Bess, hi, it's me.
Hey, Nance. I just got back from shopping, which I am happy to report is fantastic here. So, what's going on with you?
A lot.
A lot is in a whole bunch of fun stuff?
Let me start by telling you what happened when I arrived at Henry's house. I walked up to the front door and discovered it was open. So I walked in.
And now we get to play as Bess.
You were knocked out by a skeleton wearing a red ascot?
Someone dressed as a skeleton wearing a red ascot. Although the housekeeper here thinks it really was a skeleton, Mr. Death. But then, she's a little strange.
You think it was a burglar?
I'm not sure. I caught him or her sneaking around the scale model of a cemetery. And later, I found a tracing of something right by it. So if I could just figure out what it's a tracing of, and what, if anything, it has to do with that model cemetery, I might be able to figure out who Skeleton Man is.
I know that tone of voice. You're not leaving there until you've done just that, are you?
Oh, I also found some kind of receipt in the fireplace that may or may not be a clue.
What's it a receipt for?
That's what I need to find out. See, it's half burned up. All I can read is the receipt number and the name of the place it's from. Zeke's.
Zeke's? You gotta be kidding me.
Why? What do you mean?
I mean, I'm sitting here on our balcony in the French Quarter looking down at a place across the street called Zeke's.
That's
Hi,
great.
Iris.
So go
Welcome
over there and
in.
ask whoever's behind
So
the
good
counter
to
what
see
receipt
you.
number 21-3872 is for.
Also, Liv, I desperately want to hear that conversation. So let's all collectively make sure that I remember to talk to Ned so that I can get the sassy, annoyed end conversation between them. They would have the sassiest children.
No way.
Beth,
I'm not good at that sneaking around stuff, Nancy. I get nervous, my tongue gets all knotted up, my palms sweat, to say nothing of my armpits.
Beth, receipt number 21-3872. Just go in and ask what it's for. No big deal.
Maybe not for you.
Beth, you can do it.
This is not gonna end well, I just know it. Okay, I'll call you as soon as it's over.
I'll be waiting.
I feel like I never talked to Ned just in general, except for maybe like the first conversation with him in every game. But I don't feel the need to check in with him. Unless it's required to do so. Hello.
Hey, doing a little end of the day shopping, huh? See something you like?
I like everything. I'm a big
I
curios
like
girly.
everything.
I love
That's
antiques.
what I want to hear.
I love
I'm
weird
Lamont.
things.
This is my place. So if you got any questions, I'm the guy to ask.
Actually, I do have a question. This friend of mine found the number of a receipt
Liv's looking
that
for
came
that
from the
content.
shop,
That's
and
what's
she
happening.
asked me to ask you what the receipt is for. But if you're really busy, or you'd rather not, or it's against the rules,
No problem. What's
I
the
love
number?
the lore too.
21-3872.
21-3872. Here we go. That ticket was for a large box of assorted unknown items I bought from Henry Boley. And, that's all I can tell you.
The really intense cut between him talking and him not talking is always so funny to me. You made a note of that dialogue if you want to know it. I don't want to know it right now. Well, I don't know. Do what you want, I guess.
Is something wrong?
Look,
Are you
I just don't
saying
wanna make trouble
you
for
made a note of
anyone,
what
okay?
I need to say to get him to say something? Because if that's the case, then yes, I want to know that.
Where's the box now?
It's still in the back room. I haven't had a chance to really go through it yet. Hey, is there something else I can help you with? Beads, hula dolls, old books. Got
Old
great deals
books?
on all of them.
Gimme,
Seeing
gimme.
as this place is called Zeke's, and it's your place, shouldn't your name be Zeke?
Guy I bought this place from wouldn't sell it to me unless I swore I wouldn't change the name. So I didn't. Funny thing was, his
Gotcha,
name wasn't
okay.
Zeke either.
I'll just call him a bunch.
Is Henry Boley a friend of yours?
No, I met him at the reception at Bruno's house following the funeral. Gave Henry my card, said when he wanted to start liquidating, he should give me a call.
Was Bruno a friend of yours?
Way I hear it, Bruno Boley didn't have any friends. But I wish he had been my friend. I mean, that house of his is filled with junk. He kept everything. For someone in my business, the place is knick-knack heaven.
I
I'm gonna
bet.
keep browsing if that's okay.
Take your time.
Those bookends are funny looking. Okay. Hi, Rennie. Welcome in. Good to see ya. And thank you for the follow. Really appreciate it. How is your game? How is your stream? What's everyone's favorite powder in the curio shop?
Ooh, they weren't kidding.
Like, which is the one that you... which one would you want to purchase? And B, which one do you like seeing Bess react to?
Ew, P.U.
I like the giggling powder too. I
This
think
might come in
if I were
handy.
to purchase any, I would probably purchase the giggling powder. Because I do love a good giggle. But I love the way that Bess cries. It makes me laugh every time. I don't know why. Oh, not the jungle noise music muting your VOD. I'm so sorry. That sucks.
I'm getting there, I think.
Mystical toast. Don't mind if I do. Oh, not this. Let's go ahead and try to do this. What do we think? I actually do think it's... That stays here. Oh wait, no it doesn't. This is my all-time favorite, Rennie. I think that's the only one that you'll ever get copyright strikes for, because their music is, for the most part, I think it's all copyright free. I've never had a problem with it, but I haven't played The Scarlet Hand on stream yet, so... I wasn't paying attention. Oh, I need something right there. I need the books. I guess. Did not understand how to start this puzzle as a kid. Yeah. It was a tough one to figure out, I remember. What? No, not the muting in the VODs. I'll have to keep an eye out for that. It's good to know.
I'm getting there.
What do you think Lamont thinks of Bess doing this over and over? Do you think he's like, oh my god, please, please stop? I did it. Hey Zay, welcome,
There, that should
welcome.
do it.
Good to
Lamont,
see ya.
Could you help me?
Sure, what do you need?
I can't quite reach that bottle up there. Could you get it for me?
Sure.
Oh. The accordion
Oh,
is
no.
so
Oh, my
loud
gosh.
for no
Oh, shoot.
reason.
I'm sorry. I'll go get you something. What do you need?
Nose spray. Back room.
No spray, back room, got it.
Yeah, it's a fun puzzle. He just accepted his fate. Yeah.
Cute dog.
Okay. Let me write down these numbers. And then I'm gonna try to figure out this combination while Lamont is sneezing over and over. Okay. So that's gonna be L E, and then oh, this is gonna be difficult for me to see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. B. I just want to say, I don't think I could have ever figured this out logically as a child without looking it up first. Like, I know how to do it now, but as a kid, I would have never been able to figure this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm like, no one else but Liv is gonna play this. Legend of torturing a small business owner. That's why it's so expensive.
Whoa, this is weird. I better call Nancy and read this to her word for word.
Wow, Bess, that is weird.
No, I'll tell you what's weird. The box the letter is in is padded, and it has this round indentation in it that's the exact size of a human skull.
I mean, it's a good guess,
It's like
Bruno
it used to
Bollet.
contain a skull, but now it doesn't.
Did you find anything else?
Yeah, inside the box that this box is in, there's a couple of photographs. One's of a boy and a dog, and the other is of an iguana dressed up like a pirate.
What?
And there's a costume in the box of a
That skeleton man.
Really?
And did I mention that Lamont was very reluctant to talk about buying this box of stuff from Henry? Said he didn't want to get anyone in trouble, whatever that means.
Sounds like he or Henry, or possibly both, are up to something they shouldn't be. Good job, Bess. I'm gonna poke around here and see if I can find out anything about a skull called the Whisperer. You better go take care of Lamont.
Would you believe it? The guy is still sneezing. He must keep nose spray around because something's wrong with his sinuses.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna hate me.
Alright, let's save. And I wonder if we can read a book now? Yeah. Iggy.
What was that?
That was Uncle Bruno's pet iguana, Iggy. He's always in here stealing paper. We must be using it to build a nest or something. Look, I had all those books arranged so they fit perfectly in that box. Put them back in, okay? I don't have time.
I just want to look
Sure.
through this one book.
Go right ahead. After you put all those other books back.
All right. That's not gonna be it for sure. I think maybe some of the shorter ones are gonna go in there. Let's see. Can this one go on top of this? No, well, it can, but it's not exactly what I want. What about this? No, that's too big. There we go. Maybe this one on top? Yeah. Yeah. It's looking pretty good, if I do say so myself. Nice. I've done it. Beatrice Hotchkiss. July 17th, 1881. The Whispering Crystal Skull Wonder of the Ancient Incan World. Inquire inside. Arkansas? Hold on a second. The Whisperer, however, appears to have been left behind and didn't reappear until almost 200 years later. The photo to the right, found in the basement of a library in Jonesboro, Arkansas, suggests that by 1881, I can't say that, a crystal skull had found itself in the hands of a traveling huckster who appeared to use it to lure potential patrons to his wagon so he could sell them various bombs and elixirs. I live in Arkansas! Shout out Arkansas. In other words, the trail that leads to the discovery of this particular crystal skull will likely be one that begins with murder. Interesting. What are the odds? For real. In my favorite Nancy Drew game, they mentioned Arkansas, and I didn't know until just now. Let's go through our checklist.
I haven't done that. Check, check. All done.
Thanks for the bits, Liv.
Can't check that off yet. Did that. Still have to do that. Check. Check. I haven't done that. All done. I haven't done that. All done. I haven't done that. Can't check that off yet. All done. Did that.
Okay. Let's see. Don't click out of the window, Lucy. Okay. Significance of the tracing.
I haven't done that.
Fake books, explore the cemetery. We do need to explore the outside a little bit more. Find out what the deal is with the card I found in the book about crystal skulls. And I don't really want to talk to Hotchkiss right now, so we're going to go outside. Enjoy your lurk, Coco.
That should keep you guys quiet for a while.
Nice. Spider. When I was a kid, I never really understood what you were doing by pushing these rocks in. But now that I replay it, I realize that you're making stairs so that you can reach the thing that's at the top of the wall. But I never really got that as a kid. I was just like, oh cool, we're pushing the rocks in, I guess. Yeah, see? We're making stairs. I shouldn't go this way right now. I think if I just go straight. Stairs? In this economy? No.
To figure out if there's anything camouflaged in that design, I'm
Thanks, Rennie. I appreciate it. I got it on Etsy because I don't have the skills to design anything like this. Oh, wait. I want to talk to you.
Hello again.
Do you by any chance have some plain paper that I could use?
I most certainly do. But it's up in my room, and I'm afraid I cannot retrieve it for you until I'm finished here. You get the sudden urge to draw a picture?
No, it's nothing like that. I know, I'll help you. That way you'll get done faster.
Gracious, you are the picture of impatience, aren't you?
That's Nancy.
Well, I appreciate the offer. But here, why don't you just take this instead? It's an extra key to my room. The paper's in a drawer in my nightstand. I have to keep it hidden on account of that paper-thieving iguana. Just go on up and help yourself. But make sure you lock the door when you leave, you hear? You I trust. But Henry, him I do not.
I really appreciate this.
And long as you're going up there, My appetite could use a little
Death by
placating,
chocolate?
So I would be much
Absolutely.
obliged if you would bring me a candy bar from my nightstand. And take one for yourself while you're at it.
I can be pretty organized. Not always, though. Just when it comes to things that I actually enjoy. If I don't enjoy it, then I'm not going to take the time to organize it, so.
One for Renee, and one for me.
Y'all ready to eat a lot of chocolate?
Mm-mm-mm.
Let's do it.
Yum.
Sorry for the mouth sounds, but it has to be done. Thank you for the bits, Liv. Thank you for the fart.
Yum. Gosh, these things are good.
She really does.
Uh-oh.
I see that. I wonder if I can... I might be able to refund you those. I've never tried to do that, but maybe I can. I don't know how to do that. Maybe I'll try to do it later. Did I really? Did I really what? Yeah, this time I actually see it. It came up twice, and at first I was like, I guess the notification is late. But then it only gave me one sound alert. Instead of the... Oh, I see another one. Did you do another 10-bit alert? Because I see 3 notifications that you cheered 10 bits and only got 1 reverb part. So I think we were all robbed. You did one a little while ago. Oh, maybe that's what I'm seeing? Maybe they're late? Maybe they're late telling me? I don't know. Whoa. The sounds. I'll look into it when I'm done streaming, and I'll see if I can refund you. Hello, brother. Welcome in, Smock. Spooky. Spooky ooky vibes. You knew it was this one because of the powders, yeah. I got to live. I'll still look into it and see if I can figure out the refund process just for future reference. Hi, JCat. Welcome in. How are you doing? That's gonna be wrong. I just need to figure out what all of them are. Okay, so that one's definitely one. Thank you for the bangarang. Love to hear that. Okay, so this one and this one. What's up with me? Not much for me either. I did some reading today because I have book club tomorrow, so I needed to finish my book. But otherwise, it's been a pretty chill day. Did some laundry. Good stuff. Okay, I need to find the middle dots and the top dot. I don't think that it's that one though, but it might be. I just need to go through all of them and see what I can find. Oh, it's this one instead. I already forgot where the... Okay. This, 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 and this. What? Oh, not this one. Whoops. This one. Oh, shoot. Oh, I've messed myself up. Where's the... Okay. I've messed myself up. Dang it. Dang it. There we go. Why did Day autocorrect to daughter first? My daughter is not chill. You made eggs today? I also made eggs today. I had eggs on toast for lunch. Ah, not that one. What am I missing here? I'm missing... Ah! Shoot! Dang. You ate eggs today, but they were from Starbucks. Not Starbucks. Might eat eggs later, trying to convince my husband that we should have breakfast for dinner. That sounds really good. I had tomato soup and grilled cheese for dinner. Oh. Where is the one... The heart that's already put together? That's what I'm looking for. Because isn't there one? Yes, that's what I'm looking for. But I need... that, I think. Yeah. Rice and mushroom sour cream chicken for dinner. That sounds really good. Did you make it or did Mom make it? Oh, whoops, not that one. You did? Well, it sounds really good. Brother Goose is in the chat, that's right. Why is this one hard? Oh, Mama made it, okay. That's okay, the username is easily forgettable because it has nothing to do with geese. Ah, shoot. Where's the other half of the heart? Okay, heart. And this weird thing, and then I need the squigglies. Brother in the building. Is it this one? Ah! I'm so close. That one.
I would rather die.
Me too, Tina. Thank you for the bits, Liv. There we go. Okay. Spectriloquy. Spectriloquy. To most people, spells that are cast using words spoken aloud sound like gibberish, repetitive, nonsensical, and annoying. But these are powerful spells indeed, so powerful that there are only two ways to negate them. One is to discern the precise meaning and purpose of the spell, and to vocalize the appropriate counterspell. but this demands intimate knowledge not only of hoodoo words, but of the motivations of the spell's creator, and this is often impossible. The more common method of disenchantment involves writing the symbolic equivalent of the spell on an object placed between the originator of the spell and its recipient, a practice known as spectriloquy. I don't know why that's so hard to say. Once a spell is broken down into individual sounds, each sound is translated into a letter from the spectral alphabet and then drawn left to right on a fence, wall, window, etc. The spectral alphabet is comprised of 28 symbols and is based on 4 basic vowel sounds: A, O, U, and E. Almost all hoodoo words can be represented by modifying these 4 basic symbols. Okay, so let's look at her wall and see what she's got written over there. I'm also going to save before I forget. Okay, so she has a little open triangle over a line, a little open triangle with a slash through it, circle with a triangle inside, and a dot on the outside. I'm not sure if that dot is on the circle or the triangle that's right next to it. There's a dot inside the triangle for sure. Then we have the open square with a closed square inside, a circle with a squiggle underneath, and a curly triangle with 2 dots under the tail. Let's translate. So much information. Yeah, this is one of the Nancy Drew games. I'm kind of surprised that this is my favorite because of how intense the puzzles can be, because normally when puzzles get like really intense, I just don't have the patience for it. But do I have a good memory? It kind of depends on what I'm trying to remember. I think I have good selective memory. Okay, Ba is the first one, and then Za, Lu, Pa, right there. Where's my D? Mu, Ka. So that is something we will be using later on. Wow, I've never actually figured that out without just looking it up. Pretty proud of myself. Pretty proud. Let's talk to Renee, give her that chocolate bar.
You bring me that Cocoa Kringle bar like I asked?
Sure did.
Right here.
Bless you. I'm so hungry I could devour these plants I'm potting up, dirt and all. How else may I be of service to you?
Those weird symbols on the wall in your room, do you know who painted them?
I did. Fact of the matter is, there's a spirit living in that wall.
A spirit?
Got a voice that'd send shivers
Not
down the
this.
spine of Dracula
Got
himself.
this. Thanks for the bits,
Used to
Liv.
hear it sometimes, in the dead of night, half talking, half whispering, saying this one word I never heard before, like it was from a language no one on earth spoke. And suddenly, I knew. The spirit was trying to cast a spell on me. So I got me a book and found out that by painting the word I heard on the wall, syllable by syllable, in hoodoo signs, I could counteract the word's power. And you know what? The spirit has not spoken that word or any other since.
What was the word?
Darling, a sack full of water moccasins couldn't get me to say that word out loud. Nor will I write it down. No, sir. Not ever, ever, ever.
I'd better get going.
Come see me anytime.
Okay, let's go do the tracings. I love the thunder. So good. Okay, worm was first. Crow. Bones. Would you still love me if I was a worm? Yes, I would. I would still love you. I don't think you'd be a very good mod anymore, but I would still love you. Okay, so worm. Oh, it's not in order. It's based on the design, the framing. I forgot that. So the flowers are the coffin. This is the worm. The crow is this one, which means that this is the bones. And we've got a key. Excellent, excellent. And we can only assume that the key would be for the mausoleum. Not a creepy bug on you.
A wooden bowl, a plastic water bottle, and a paper towel roll.
Thank you for the bits, Liv.
This must be the painting that goes in that empty frame.
The bag foiled me. Claude. Mary Ann. Marcel. And Fifi. Okay, so now we have the portrait that's supposed to go on the wall. And... Hi, Sad. Well, anyways. Yeah, for real. Doesn't try to comfort him or anything. Okay. I'm gonna write this down because I don't want to have to open it up multiple times. T, B, F, M, L, H, A, P, U. Alright, so these are the starting letters of all of the random props for the pictures. So for T, we've got toothbrush. For B, we've got banana. F is fan. M is monkey. L is lollipop. H will be hat. A is axe. P is poodle. U is umbrella. Got it. What can we see? The eye of the beholder.
Come on, Summer, give me a break here. You never said anything about that.
Drama,
Well,
mama.
how was I supposed to know? I mean, what am I, telepathic? No, come on, don't get upset. Look, I'll see what I can do, okay? What do you mean, something else? You gotta be kidding me, Summer. I don't have that kind of money. No, I I don't have it now, but I will soon.
Henry, baby.
Bye.
Break up with her. She is
Aw,
not
man.
good for you. Thank you for the toot. Oh, here's another puzzle that I didn't just love. Okay, so there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lines. Web lines. Did I get it right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so this will be 1, 2, 3. Where's my 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we'll use that on the spiderweb outside. It did it again. I mean, I see a notification for a 15-bit thing, but I don't see it twice. I don't think. I mean, I see two 15-bit notifications, but they're like 10 minutes apart, so I don't think they were from the same redeem. Okay. Wait a second. Wanda? I just had to address that. What? I have no idea how I would even begin to pronounce that. Tomb of the Lost Queen or Secret of the Old Clock? Secret of the Old Clock, I think. I didn't just love Tomb of the Lost Queen, and I think it's because I really love Egyptian mythology and like folklore and stuff, and I didn't feel like I got enough of that, funny enough, and the game is in Egypt. Like, it didn't scratch the itch I wanted it to scratch, if that makes sense. Secret of the Old Clock, you get what you get, and I'm happy with that. Like, my expectations were met at Secret of the Old Clock. It is whack, but I do like it better, I think. I haven't played either in years, so I'm not confident in that answer. Okay. I like the golfing clock. I feel like I'm kind of zooming through this a little bit. I'm not going to feel that way when I get to the really hard puzzles, but I feel like I'm kind of flying. The music is good in Clock. I don't remember the music in Tomb at all, so it must not have been very spectacular to me. Ew. Ew. Nancy, please. That's even worse than the Cocoa Kringles. That's way worse than the Cocoa Kringles. Middle C. Middle C. Middle C. D. E. 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 D. Middle C. D, E, middle C. The first time I ever played this game, when I got into this room and I couldn't find the door, I thought that I had locked up the game. Like, I spent so long trying to figure out how to get out of this room. It was crazy. Short Stories for Tired Eyes by Bruno Bolet, dedicated to those who hear the whisper. Tale of contents: Time Will Tell, A Librarian's Tale, The History of Quincy T. Booker's Teeth, Steps in the Right Direction, The Key to the Statues are key, Plentiful Pirates, and Nautical Nonsense. Okay. I will be coming back to this and reading some of that later, but I don't want to do it right now.
May 31st? That's today.
May 31st. On this day, November 8th, 1952, the Jolly Roger crew of New Orleans hereby invites Dr. Bruno Sinclair Bolet to join its hallowed ranks. Speak of this to no one, save the man who has championed you and will, should you accept this invitation, serve as your sponsor during the initiation process. Dr. Gilbert Buford. Welcome. Okay.
Gotcha!
Bruno. As usual, a good time was had by all. Your friend and fellow Jolly Roger, Gilbert. Can you see the calendar again? Yes. What page in specific? What month do you need to see? Today's date is May 31st, yeah. So this game takes place in the month of May.
Here, Iggy, Iggy, Iggy.
How did she know that Iggy lived in the vents?
Iggy, come here, Iggy. Got something for ya.
Is he coming?
Here, Iggy, Iggy, Iggy.
Did he oh, okay. I don't get to see him yet. We don't get to dress him up yet, unfortunately. Okay, I'm not gonna solve this right away because I want to see if I can get the achievement to, for the playing with the puppet multiple times. At great personal expense, yeah! Anybody want to say anything? Anybody want me to say something special? We've got some options here.
Moo, dee, do, moo, now. Moo, moo, moo.
There you go, Liv. And Maggie, here's yours.
Now, now, now.
Oh, let's make him cold. It's a little chilly in here. Don't you think it's a little cold? He's burr.
Do.
Okay, that's probably enough. Okay, so ba, za, lu, pa, di, mu, ka. It is way more unsettling to hear him say real words. Oh, you want me? Okay, hold on. What's the closest we can get to blue dubba D? Probably. Maybe?
Mu, pa, di.
Okay, lu, za. Yeah, you're probably right.
Mu, za, pa, di.
There you go. Okay, now I will actually solve it.
Pa, za, lu, pa, di, mu.
Good,
pa.
you're satisfied. What a missed opportunity indeed. The last citizen buried on my guard will start you a hunting through the graveyard. What's written on the headstone will lead you to another, and so on and so forth, till tiny treasure you discover. Why was the whirring still happening? That was very upsetting to me. Okay. Misty, welcome in. How are you doing? This is my favorite of the franchise. Thank you so much for playing the flute. I want to try to get the eyes first, and then we can get the Easter egg. Whoops. Didn't mean to go that hard. So tired, but here for the vibes. Well, we're here to relax as well, so have a good relaxing time with us. Get comfy cozy. Grab a blanket, grab a cup of tea. Settle in. We're gonna be here a while. Oops, I bounced a little too much. How do we feel about the sound it makes when the pictures turn? Do we love it or hate it? Because I don't mind it too much, actually. But I can see how it would get annoying over time. That's not far enough. Yeah. I think that there's an achievement you can get if you finish this puzzle in under a minute, but I've already surpassed that, I think. How anyone can do that is beyond me. Yeah, you would have to be really precise, and that is a difficult thing to achieve, as you can see. It's very picky. Oh, shoot. Dang it. This one is your favorite too? What makes it your favorite? For me, I think it's mostly my favorite because it's the first one I finished as a kid. So it's very nostalgic to me, but also I love the music. I love the atmosphere. Gilbert Buford, the doctor, is probably one of my favorite minor characters in the entire franchise. And just overall, the characters in this game are stellar. Okay, here we go. We can do this. Oh, I'm nervous. Come on. Yes. Yes. First one you played, finished. Music is great. Love that it takes place in Louisiana. Yeah. I feel like there aren't very many games in the southern part of the US. I'm not going to do this right now, but I will get the Easter egg later. I'm going to save. Just in case. Oh, see, that's why. Because I knew I was going to click out of the window. Everything's fine. It doesn't look like it's fine, but everything's fine. Hold on. Why is that happening? It won't let me just click. Okay, there we go. Welcome to my home screen, everybody. Okay, so Liv's just here to prove me wrong, I guess. Crystal Skull, Ghost Thornton Hall, Secrets Can Kill. I guess if you count Shadow Ranch, that's in Arizona. St. Louis, Missouri, that's not really south. That's more Midwest. You don't think Arizona counts? I guess not. I said south. Yeah. St. Louis is technically south? Okay. Don't get me started. Okay, I need to write down what is what here. A. B. High C. Middle C. D. So it goes in order at this point. Just want to make sure. Thank you for the toot, Owen. Okay. Now you have Black Eyed Peas stuck in your head. Okay, let's see. Middle C. 3 times. Then D. Then E 3 times. Down to D. Middle C. D. E. Middle C. Perfect. Ooh, I like that one. Save. Let's call Bess. Oh, wait, let's call Professor Hotchkiss. We should do that first. We should do that first, for sure. Everybody stretch!
Yes,
oh, I've been hunched over for too long.
My name's Nancy Drew. Is this Professor Hotchkiss?
I am she, Nancy Drew. Your name has a ring to it. Do I know you?
Yes, as a matter of fact, we met a little while back in Wisconsin.
Oh, yes, you were the delightful young lady doling out the samples in the tasting room of that cheese factory. Yum, yum.
No, I met you at Whitford Castle.
That's ridiculous. There was no cheese tasting room at Wickford
I love her
Castle.
too.
No, we were both guests there. I found a journal written by Marie Antoinette which you translated. Remember?
Thanks to you, suddenly all I can think about is how wonderful a nice big slab of Colby cheese would taste right now. Listen, Mandy, I'm on a deadline, so if you could please just tell me why you called.
But my name isn't...
Deadline! Let's cut to the chase.
Deadline! Oh, I clicked it. What do you mean?
Did a man from New Orleans named Bruno Bollet ever call you?
Ah, now there's a name you can remember. Bollet. Nice and French. I'm a scholar of French history, you know.
Yes, I know. So did Bruno Bollet call you?
Indeed he did. Oui, oui.
How long ago was that? Do you remember?
2, perhaps 3 years ago, he had just read my book, The Crystal Skulls. Fact or fable, one of my best.
I would count Oklahoma as the South, I think. Thank you for following, Iris. I appreciate it.
Do you remember what you talked about?
If memory serves, we talked mostly about the skull called the Whisperer. He wanted to know if I had learned any more about it since my book was published, which I hadn't, or if I had any theory as to what happened to it, which I didn't.
And that was the extent of your conversation?
Well, now, let me think. My, such insatiable curiosity, Nellie. You remind me of someone I encountered on one of my
Thank you,
journeys,
Maggie, for
but for the
confirming
life
that.
of me, I cannot remember her name or the circumstances.
Nancy Drew? Wickford Castle?
Ah! The eyes have it.
I'm sorry?
That's what Bruno Bollet said when I turned the tables and asked him if he had any idea where the Whisperer was. He said, the eyes have it. Then he chuckled and hung up.
If someone found a skull made of crystal, how could they be sure it's one of the crystal skulls?
Wonderful question, Francie. How indeed? Because there are sure to be thousands of fakes out there. Perhaps tens of thousands. But remember, the real skulls were made long before the tools commonly used for carving today were invented. Which means, let's put on our thinking caps.
If tests show that a skull is only a couple of 100 years old, then it's a fake?
Ah, would that crystal contained carbon? Because if it did, carbon dating could be used to determine its age, much like carbon dating is employed to determine the age of bones and religious relics. But what is crystal? Quartz. What is quartz? Silicon dioxide. No carbon. No carbon? No carbon dating. No, to determine a crystal skull's authenticity, you must examine it for marks left behind by modern-day tools. Mind you, the marks on a good fake would be microscopic and thus imperceptible to the human eye. However, any thorough laboratory analysis would quickly unmask a counterfeit.
So the only way to prove that a skull is the real deal is by proving it's not a fake?
And by examining its provenance, its history of ownership. If it can be shown that a particular specimen has been passed along from antiquity into modern times...
Not the Twisters marketing tour is going too far.
Germany in the mid-19th century, that would tend to support its authenticity as well.
Do you know of any relationship between the Whisperer and a crew in New Orleans called the Jolly Rogers?
A crew named after the skull and crossbones flag flown by European and American pirates? How so very colorful! Yo-ho-ho!
Yo-ho-ho!
The man who called you about the Whisperer, Bruno Bollet, he was a member of the Jolly Rogers. I just thought maybe one had something to do with the other.
Had the Whisperer fallen into the hands of pirates, I promise you my research would have turned
Thanks
up
for the
a
bits,
flag.
Liv.
But it didn't. Therefore, no relationship. Coincidence strikes again.
How much would a crystal skull like the Whisperer be worth?
In this crazy day and age, where the shorn hair and used tissues of celebrities get sold for thousands of dollars, there's absolutely no telling, Candy. $500,000 easily. Maybe even $1 million. Maybe 2. Maybe 10. The sky's the limit.
Cha-ching, cha-ching.
In your book, you said that all the people who've ever owned the Whisperer were murdered. Yet Bruno Bollet dropped dead of a heart attack.
Are you saying the Whisperer was in his possession after all? The scallywag! Why didn't he tell me that? Oh, that's right. I would have hung up on him. Well, if that's the case, then I strongly suggest you take a close look at his so-called heart attack, Sandy. Because if he owned the skull and he died, I guarantee you it was at the hands of someone else. Or my name's not Beatrice Gertrude Winifred Hotchkiss.
The idea that the Whisperer can make its owner immortal, do you believe that?
I believe that things that defy any so-called rational explanations happen all the time, Nessie. Now, does that mean there are mysterious external forces at work in the universe of which we do not and cannot ever have full knowledge? Or does it all boil down to us? If the human heart desperately wants something to be true, does the human mind have the power to make it true? Who knows? Oh, questions, questions, questions. Oh, how dreary life would be without them.
I'd better go. Thank you.
Good luck to you, dear.
Okay, I'm gonna go through my checklist and then I'm gonna call Ned.
All done.
Again. Scroll. How did I not get to
Still
this
have
last
to do
time?
that.
Whoa.
Still have to do that. Can't check that off yet.
Oh, these are new. Oh,
Can't check
interesting.
that off
I feel like
yet.
normally
Did that.
the
Did
top
that.
of your checklist is newer tasks.
Still have to do that. Check.
But it's not
All
that way
done.
in this game.
Did that. I haven't done that. All done. All done.
Which makes
All
sense.
done. All done.
Like in reality.
Did that.
But it's not convenient
Check.
for me.
Did that.
In game.
All done. Check. Did that. All done. Check.
Almost.
I haven't done that.
Almost there. We have to talk to Henry again too.
Check. Can't check that off yet. Check. Check. I haven't done that. Did that.
Okay. Now we can call Ned. And then we'll talk to Henry.
Hey, Nancy. How's it going?
Pretty good.
Meaning,
I think Henry still misses his parents a lot.
what makes you say that?
I saw him out in the cemetery by what I think is their crypt. He seemed pretty upset.
I'm not surprised. I get the feeling that what Henry looks like on the outside is just the opposite of what he looks like on the inside.
I overheard Henry talking to someone named Summer. Is that his girlfriend?
If it is, I'm happy for him. He always seems so lonely.
Unfortunately, I got the feeling their relationship is making him more unhappy than happy.
Sorry to hear that. Wait a minute. Were you eavesdropping?
No, I mean, not on purpose. I mean, I was in this secret passageway and I could hear him through the wall. I couldn't help it.
You found a secret passageway?
I'm always finding secret passageways. You know that.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes I think they follow you around.
Are you familiar with the legend of the so-called crystal skulls?
Is that where aliens supposedly scattered a bunch of perfectly formed crystal skulls all around the world like thousands of years ago? And all the skulls have different magical powers?
Something like that, yeah. Apparently, Henry's uncle was the proud owner of the Whisperer, the skull that was supposed to make whoever owned it live forever.
Only now he's dead and another superstition bites the dust.
Maybe, maybe not. See, this book I found in Bruno's library said no one who has owned the Whisperer has ever died of natural causes.
So how did they die?
They were all murdered.
Come on, you don't believe that crystal skull stuff is true, do you?
I'm not sure what I believe yet. But right now, what I think doesn't matter. The people who knew Bruno had the skull, if one of them believed in the Whisperer's power, they may have figured the only way they'd ever be rid of Bruno was to cause his death.
But I'm pretty sure Henry said he died of a heart attack.
Heart attacks can be induced.
You've been watching too many of those forensic detective shows.
That may be, but what's really interesting is the skull is missing.
That is interesting.
And I'll bet you anything that's what my bony friend in the red ascot was looking for.
Does Henry know where the skull is?
I haven't gotten around to asking him about it yet. But if that skull is still around here, I intend to find it.
I kind of figured that.
I'd better get going.
Keep me posted. You got that?
Got it. Bye, Ned.
Bye, Nance.
All right. The confirmation of Nancy watching forensic, detective shows.
Yes?
How did Bruno die, if you don't mind my asking?
Just dropped dead in the front hallway.
I don't know.
I mean, the guy was 95
I
years
don't know
old.
what words are.
Here, check it out. Myocardial infarction. That's doctor speak for heart attack.
Infarction?
Attending physician Dr. Gilbert Buford, 504-555-9970.
No autopsy?
Was that Bruno's doctor?
And his best friend, or so I'm told. I've never met him.
Interesting keychain.
That's one of Uncle Bruno's glass eyes. It's the one he was
The
wearing when he
Krollmeister
died.
crematorium?
Nice.
Anything else?
How come your great-uncle's crypt is in the garden and not in the cemetery?
Don't ask me. It's kind of weird. Apparently, he built the crypt himself, but he never indicated in his will or anywhere else that that's where he wanted to be buried. I stuck his ashes in there anyway and had the thing inscribed. If that's not what he wanted, too bad.
I'll check back with you later.
Sounds good.
Okay. Let's...
Can't check that off yet.
This is why you need a detailed will, true.
I haven't done that. Did that.
Hi, Kristen. Thanks for saying hi. How are you doing? Oh, I got the, this thing. The last denizen buried on my guard will start you a-hunting through the graveyard. What's written on the headstone will lead you to another, and so on and so forth, till tiny treasure you discover. Okay, so I need to figure out the last person that was buried in the cemetery. The videos I'm editing for work right now are all about how wealthy people transfer their wealth before and after death. That's interesting. Sitting through hurricane weather, otherwise it's fine, could be a lot worse. Oh, dang. I hope that everybody is safe and stays that way. That's kind of scary. October 31st. Okay, Tammy Tasselman is the last person. Oh.
That looks like the right name.
Okay, so we need to find her grave. This game is giving you so many problems. You're trying your best. Is it like technical problems or puzzle problems? Terra Siesta. Okay, lots of evacuations in your state. Dang, that is scary. So we're in the top right corner. Just not getting the puzzles. It's a me problem. The puzzles are really hard in this game. Not gonna lie to you. I've never finished it without cheating. I'm gonna try today. We'll see how far I get before I break, but it is a hard game, so don't feel bad about that. I don't think you're the only one who feels that way. That's how it is for me too, Maggie. I don't usually get hurricane weather because I'm in a landlocked state. But sometimes we get some pretty significant flooding. Okay, couldn't sleep without a peep. So when she died, we buried her deep. Did I write that down? Good, because I don't want to have to do that. Yeah, Kristen, especially the puzzles toward the end of the game, it just gets really complicated and there's a lot of information, so I don't blame you. Okay, Maggie said, I'm in Michigan, so I really didn't expect to be impacted by hurricanes ever, but that is not the case. That's interesting. I wouldn't expect that either for Michigan. Florida, yeah, I would expect that for sure. Hey, my name, Lucy. It's not My Remains. That's a different one. Mannequin is one that we need later. Rose Winterspring we need later. Just in Time we need later. Kneel Down we'll need later. Almost to This Puzzle. Okay. Okay, thanks so much for stopping in. Good luck with the rest of the game whenever you play it next. I wonder if I've already passed the name that I need. I don't think so, but it is possible. Constant snoring. This is it.
That's gotta be it.
Okay, and she is buried in the Crowning Crypts, which is right here. Never early, never late. That'll be just in time. I should have written down where he was buried, because I knew I was going to need his name, but that's okay. Oh, right there. In Sorrow Park.
That looks like the right name.
Where is Sorrow Park at? Oops. Okay. All the way to the north. The north end of the cemetery. All dressed up with no place to go. Oh, I don't know who that is. Let's see what we can find. Let's go all the way to the beginning of the book, because I feel like this one is further this way. Is it Polyester Givens?
That can't be right.
No. I was thinking, you know, polyester because polyester, it's a fabric. Owen Moore we'll need later. Okay, that's as far as we can go. All dressed up with no place to go. Let's see. None of these are speaking to me quite yet. Medio! Thank you for the raid! Welcome in, raiders! We're playing Nancy Drew, Legend of the Crystal Skull, my favorite of the franchise, and we are tackling one of the monster puzzles. One of the many monster puzzles in the game. I assume most of you probably follow me already, because Medio and I share a lot of followers, but if you aren't, feel free to follow so you can get notifications for when I stream the next time. We do a lot of nostalgic and cozy content over here, but during the month of October, we're getting a little spooky, so get excited for that. Oh, it's Mannequin. That's what this one is.
There. I'm no dummy.
I'm no dummy. Thank you, Owen, for putting the sub goal in chat. Appreciate it. Writhing Roots Cemetery. I think that's at the front, which would be nice. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. When was the last time we saw Pretty Man? Oh, I was like, who are you talking about? Obviously you're talking about this man, right? We'll talk to him in a little bit, okay? Hold your horses. I've got things to do. Thank you for the toot, Lynn. Appreciate it. And for the hydrate. Thank you. I will do that in just a moment. When I find Writhing Roots. Is this not it? That's 40 winks. Why did it censor that? That's so weird. Here we go. Died in debt. He was Owen Moore, baby.
That looks like the right name.
Owen, you might need to change your username to Owen Moore. It's hateful language. Banned. Owen Moore Spader. There you are, Sorrow Park. Which is all the way to the north. The easy one. Alas, an ad break. Welcome back. I think it is Kneel Down.
Let's hope Neil is lying down by now.
Find a Crowning Crypt. And then I think the last one we get is Paper ASMR, yeah.
Not this.
Thank you for the bits, Liv. Where is it? I literally just saw this name. Slumber Gardens, okay. So we're going to find Kneel Down. I know, the puns are very fun. This is your favorite puzzle? That's a bold statement. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, wrong place. Wait, where am I supposed to go for this one? Anyone have happy news? You need it. Anybody have happy news? Share happy news in chat. I'm so sorry, Panda, if you've had a hard day. Let me think about happy news. I got some more subs this week that I wasn't expecting, so that's happy news for me. I was very pleased with that. Very excited. I have a vintage market that I'm going to this weekend, so I'm excited about that as well. Happy news, it's Friday Eve. Yes, everyone send hugs to Panda. Ooh, raptors, that's cool. I love all the happy news in chat, that's great. All that's left of me are these old bones. Who would that be? Ooh, food. Did you cook something fancy, Panda? I want to hear all about it. Okay, what was the prompt? All that's left of me are these old bones. My remains. Terra Siesta.
Bingo.
Whoa, full from scratch cinnamon roll? That sounds amazing. I'm jealous. I made some cookies today, but they weren't from scratch. They were like that pre-made cookie dough. But they were still good. Bloomed too late. Pruned too early. Rose winter spring.
Smells right to me.
And I don't know if I remember where she was. We'll just walk around. Is this it? Really? It was. She would have given you this shirt off her back. This is polyester Givens.
Hopefully this will Givens me a clue.
Let's just walk around until we find it, because I don't want to go back to the book. Oh, direct deposit is so nice. I don't do direct deposit because for whatever reason, listen, working for a small business, there are all kinds of silly little hoops you gotta jump through for stuff, but we don't do direct deposit where I work. So I have to deposit checks, which is not the worst thing in the world, I guess, but whatever. It's just a little inconvenient. Silly little hoops for silly little goose. Yeah, we just don't have direct deposit. Okay. So, oh, here we go. Same name as my dog at 10. Moved from his grave and buried again. No one has beat 75% yet. I saw someone was 74%, but I don't remember who that was now. But Maggie is still in the lead with 75% silly. call the doctor first. Oh, it was Owen. Yes. Second place is first
This
loser.
is Dr. Gilbert Buford's answering service. How may I help you?
I need to talk to Dr. Buford. Could you maybe give me a number where I can reach him?
No, ma'am, I cannot. Is this an emergency?
Sort of. I mean, it's not a medical emergency. I just... See, I've
Not
only been in
who's
town
better.
for a short time, and Dr. Buford and I have this mutual friend who died recently, and I just really need to talk to him about it.
Need some consoling, huh?
Yes, I need some consoling. That's it exactly.
Well, tell you what. It's against the rules to give you his phone number, but I can tell you that now that he's all but retired, Dr. Buford spends most of his evenings at his favorite gumbo stand down in the French Quarter. If you really need to talk to him, you can probably find him there.
Great. Do you know the address?
It's at the corner of Rampart
I
and
voted for
Dumaine.
Dave, by the way.
Did you say Rampart and Dumaine?
I did indeed. Granny Pumpkin's Cajun Cooking. They make some darn fine gumbo.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, and
Yeah, who said
I'm
neither?
Truly sorry about your loss.
Speak
Your
up.
loss?
That mutual
Reveal
friend
yourself.
of yours and Dr. Buford's.
Oh, right. Thank you. That's very kind of you. Bye.
Hi, Nancy.
Hey, Ned.
What's going on?
I could use a hint.
I don't need a
About
hint,
what?
but... Well, maybe I could use one.
I can't figure out what the deal is with those
There
books
is a
in
poll.
the library that
Yeah.
I can pull down but not out. Any thoughts?
There is a poll
If
in
you look at
chat.
those books as rows of teeth, with the bottom 2 rows being baby teeth and the top 2 rows being adult teeth, the story Bruno Bollet wrote about Quincy T. Booker's teeth will tell you which books to pull down.
And I
in
love
what
you
order.
both.
Are you sure?
Positive. Just remember, dentists refer to teeth according to the patient's perspective, not theirs.
That's important.
Very.
Great. I really appreciate it.
Not a problem. Talk to you soon.
I agree, Maggie. I agree. I just think me and Dave are more compatible than me and Henry. It won't make you let it won't let you make polls? That's really weird. Yeah, Owen, help her figure that out, because I don't know the mod screens, so I don't know what y'all are looking at. Not having an ex who kind
Hello?
of looks like
Hi,
Henry.
Bess. It's me.
So what's been happening? Tell me everything.
Well, let's see. Since the last time we talked, I was just about getting ready to...
Interesting stuff.
But the reason I called is, I need you to talk to this doctor named Gilbert Buford, who, as it turns out, likes to hang out at a gumbo stand called Granny Pumpkin's Cajun Cookin', which should be right across from our hotel.
You just want me to talk to him? That's it? Nothing nefarious? No black ops stuff?
He was Bruno Bollet's doctor, and apparently his best friend, too. I just need for you to see if he thinks there was anything weird about the way Bruno died.
What do you mean by weird?
I mean, I kind of think maybe Bruno was murdered.
Crisis
Murdered?
averted.
By whom?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Everyone's a suspect at this point.
Including this Gilbert Buford guy?
Well,
Great, I'm gonna be chatting up Jack the Ripper.
oh, I'm sure the guy's fine, but be subtle, just in case.
Well, I can see the gumbo stand from our balcony. If he's the guy that's sitting down there, I guess he looks harmless. Okay, I'll go talk to him.
Thanks, Bess. Let me know what happens.
Cheerio!
I'm gonna save because I haven't in a while. It's been a minute.
Why, hello, young lady. How kind of you to grace an old man with your lovely presence.
My name's Bess Marvin. I'm looking for Dr. Gilbert Buford.
Well, it's a pleasure to report that I am he.
Your answering service said I'd probably find you here.
This here is my favorite spot in the whole city. Delicious gumbo, pleasing view, particularly now, I might add.
I'd like to ask you some questions about Bruno Bollet, if that's okay.
I'd prefer subject matter of a happier nature, but I do not want to seem inhospitable, so what is it you want to know?
Is there any doubt in your mind as to how Dr. Bolet died?
He died of a myocardial infarction, most likely caused by age-related atherosclerosis. Dying of a heart attack is all too common for people who are socially isolated, and Bruno Bolet had most certainly become that.
60%.
He was hard to get along with?
Fact is,
Now who
while
said neither?
socializing with my fellow man, particularly
I've
with
gotta
pretty
know.
young women such as yourself, has always been a source of pleasure for me. Bruno was just the opposite. Unfortunately, the older he got, the more numerous his idiosyncrasies became, and the less concern about their negative effect upon others he became.
Did Dr. Bolet ever say anything to
Two
you
people
about
said
owning
neither?
a crystal skull?
Why,
Who
yes.
are you?
Yes, he did. In fact, he showed it to me once. Said it had magical powers. Said owning it was going to allow him to live forever. I thought it was utter nonsense and told him so. Well, he didn't appreciate that at all. Refused to talk to me for a full 2 weeks.
Do you have any idea where he kept it?
No. He was terrified that someone would steal it from him. So
Oh,
he
so
told
Maggie
no
was
its
one of
location.
them.
Not even
Is that
me.
what I'm gathering?
Tell me, Miss Bess, what do you know about that crystal skull?
This friend of mine, who is also a friend of Henry Bolet, you know, Dr. Bolet's great-nephew. Anyway, while she was visiting Henry, she saw this
Oh,
book
you voted
in
for Dave.
Bruno's
Okay.
library about the legendary crystal skulls and was kind of intrigued and thought that since Henry said that you were pretty much Bruno's only friend, maybe Bruno had said something to you about it, and as it turns out, he had. That's all I know.
I see. Well, much as I'd like to believe that skull holds the key to immortality, I'm afraid Bruno's passing proves it's worthless. Although it would make an attractive paperweight, as I recall.
Yeah,
Tell
playing
your friend not to
FMK
give it
and
another
Susie
thought.
streams.
Did they do
It'll
an autopsy
affect
on
you.
Dr. Bolet?
No.
In the best
Given
way.
Bruno's advanced age and the absence of any indication of foul play, an autopsy was deemed unnecessary, and the body was cremated according to Bruno's wishes.
I hear that you're a member of the Jolly Rogers crew. Is that true?
Perhaps I am, perhaps I am not. I'm sure someone as charming and attractive as yourself has her share of secrets, too. Am I right?
Be that as it may, just what is a crew?
Crews are organizations whose primary purpose is to put on parades during Mardi Gras. They also put on fabulous parties. Very private parties. Members only. Some consider crews to be private clubs. Secret societies is a term others
Societies?
However, back in the 1990s, the city decided not to issue the Jolly Rogers any more parade permits, unless they opened their crew to pretty much anyone who wanted to join. So, refusing to be blackmailed, they chose instead to simply not put on parades anymore. As far as the city is concerned, the Jolly Rogers no longer exist.
Are you saying the Jolly Rogers do still exist?
Perhaps. Perhaps not.
That's right! You better run! She's our friend and she's crazy!
Thank you for the bits, Liv.
Where was Dr. Bolet when he had his MI?
In the foyer of his house, just inside the front door. In fact, I hadn't seen him for a while, so I picked that day to pay him a visit. I walked up to the front door, found it unlocked as usual, opened it, and there he was, lying on the floor in
Enjoy your
obvious
lyric
distress.
video.
The next thing I know, his housekeeper came running in and started shrieking and carrying on until finally I sent her out of the room so she
Ooh,
could
I do
summon
need
an
to
ambulance.
stretch.
And I could once again hear myself think.
Definitely need a stretch.
Well, let's see. Then I knelt down and saw that he wasn't breathing. So I pulled him away from the doorway so I'd have more room to work on him and began chest compressions. I continued until the medics arrived, but nothing they did made a difference either.
Why would he have a heart attack in the foyer?
That's always been a bit of a puzzlement to me, too.
Can you remember anything that might indicate what he was doing by the front door? I mean, had he just come in from a walk? Was he wearing a hat? Was he holding anything? Had he dropped something? An umbrella? Sunglasses?
Wait a minute. Why, yes. Yes, he was holding something. A piece of paper. And on the floor next to him was an envelope. He must have collapsed while reading a letter.
Do you remember anything
piece
else?
of paper.
Believe me, young lady, it's quite miraculous that I've remembered this much. Now, I know the letter was no longer in Bruno's hand when the paramedics arrived, so perhaps he released the letter when I moved him. And yet, I do not recall seeing it on the floor when they wheeled him out the door.
Iggy.
What's Icky?
Iggy. Iggy is an iguana Bruno befriended, then turned loose in his home. It soon developed the annoying habit of stealing paper and stockpiling it in the vent system.
Did you see Iggy while you were tending to Bruno that day?
No, but then I rarely ever saw Iggy. Moreover, it would not have been the first time a missing document ended up in Iggy's possession. Renee would periodically call me saying the lizard had absconded with one of Bruno's prescriptions and would I please write her up a replacement. In any case, Bruno once told me he was training Iggy. Said he taught Iggy to retrieve the things it had stolen.
Just realized yesterday this game takes place a whole month after Bruno died. Makes the struggle to remember details make a lot more sense. That does make a lot more sense. I didn't even think about that.
Do you think it's possible that Renee caused Dr. Bolet's death by, say, hoarding the pills from those missing prescriptions and giving them to him all at once?
No. Had he died of an overdose of the medications I had prescribed, the manner of his death would have been quite different. But he died of a heart attack. Of that, I am certain. However, I know for a fact that Renee is deeply involved in
I thought the same,
practice
Liv.
of hoodoo. And as Bruno's housekeeper, she had ample opportunity to use it against my poor old friend.
You mean hoodoo really works?
Young lady, never, ever underestimate the power of suggestion. If a person believes in something, even on
Hi,
a
Ricky, how are
subconscious
you?
level, fantasy can easily become
Yeah,
fact.
you've got
And who
plenty of
knows
stream
what
left.
rubbish Renee filled Bruno's
We've
mind
got a
with.
lot to do
Drink
still.
this, don't eat that. This brings good luck, that brings bad, day in and day out. Even if he said he didn't believe a word of it, who knows how much his subconscious was absorbing? He was very old and vulnerable. So could Renee have caused Bruno to have that fatal heart attack? There's not a doubt in my mind she could indeed.
I'll let you get back to your gumbo.
I've enjoyed our conversation immensely.
I love him. Save. Okay, let's check out Bess's checklist.
Done. Did that. Done. I can check that off. Done.
Okay, so we've done everything. Hi, Utterly Rude. Popping in to say hello. Love this game so much. Me too. It's my favorite. Can't stay long. Oh, what movie are you watching? That sounds like fun.
Evening. What can I do for you? Now then.
Mm-mm.
There you go. There you go. Enjoy.
Speed Racer. Ah. Very fun.
Hot, but yummy.
Knock yourself out.
A bowl of gumbo, please.
Enjoy.
Shorty. Yeah. Could be.
Hot, but yummy.
That's all I needed to see.
Hello?
Bess here. Oops. Looks like Dr. Buford decided he's had enough gumbo.
He's not at Granny Pumpkin's anymore?
Nope. But here's what else I've learned since I talked to you last.
Shorty would probably poison us. I mean, if it was
That's all she
Nancy,
wrote.
yeah.
Excellent. Thanks for the report.
Stay in touch. See ya.
Yeah, he doesn't know Bess. Let's see. Let's talk to Henry. It's been a while. And y'all are just itching to talk to Henry. Here he is. The one and the only.
Yes?
Do you by any chance know the name of Bruno's dog?
Emo boy.
He had a dog? That's news to me. In other words, no, I sure don't.
Did you know that Bruno was a member of a group called the Jolly Rogers?
No. Should I care?
Could be both, Owen. Could be both.
It was actually a crew that disbanded in the early
Medio,
90s.
I was hoping you would be
Don't know
here for
anything
this.
about it, sorry.
There's not much to talk to him about, but take a good look. Ricky, I understand the hype, but he's not my type, if that makes sense. So I'm kind of
I'll
with
check
you.
back with you later.
I'm kind of
Groovy.
with you. My sister was all about Henry. I was all about Dave. And we've already had a poll to decide who was better, so.
Hello again.
Did Dr. Bolet ever say anything to you about a crystal skull? He may have referred to it as the Whisperer.
Medio is to
No,
Henry
he
as
never
Dylan
so
is
much
to
as
Redman
mentioned
from
a
Kathy
crystal
Rain.
skull, whispering or otherwise.
Were you in the house when Dr. Bolet passed away?
I was indeed.
Dave is better.
I was in
yeah.
the library cleaning
And Dave
when
won,
all of a sudden
so.
I heard a big thump. I hurried out to investigate, and sure enough, there was Dr. Bolet lying by the front door. And as I rushed over to him, the door opened and in walked Gilbert Buford. He took one look at Dr. Bolet and hollered at me to call 911. So I ran back into the library and did just that. When I came back out, Gilbert was leaning over Dr. Bolet, listening for breathing, I suppose. And then he started pushing up and down on his chest. But it was too late. Even I could tell that Dr. Bolet was gone.
How was it that Gilbert was able to just walk right in like that?
As you yourself discovered, people around here seldom lock their front doors during the day. But you know, in the back of my mind, I have always wondered about Gilbert Buford showing up at the door at that exact moment.
Did Dr. Bolet by any chance ever mention the name of his dog to you?
Well now, seems to me he did say he had a dog once way
Enjoy
back
your
when he was
lurk,
a
Medio.
young'un. But when it comes to its name, I'm afraid I'm no help
Thanks
at all.
for stopping in, Ricky.
I
Enjoy
understand
the
that Dr.
movie.
Bolet had some interesting pets, like an iguana.
That man never met a creature he didn't like. He'd train them to do all kinds of silly tricks, then let them run free, inside the house as well as out.
Did he ever teach you how to make them do their tricks?
I never cared to learn.
Bye, J-Cat.
Don't get me wrong. I liked
Oh,
Dr.
you're saying bye
Bolet,
to
I
them.
truly did.
Just kidding.
But I swear, sometimes his activities made as much sense to me as
Unless
bathing
you're
in a
not
bayou
in
full
that
of
case.
gators.
See you
That
later.
shovel over there with the interesting handle. Do you think I could borrow it?
Dr. Bolet took great interest in that shovel. Don't know why. He never used it. Just like to see it hanging there. Me, I use it to dig up roots.
I could dig you up some roots.
Right now, I need mushrooms. I was hoping to get 'em picked tonight, but from the looks of all this potting I still have to do...
What do you need mushrooms for?
Dried and crushed, they comprise the main ingredients in one of my tonics. Tell you what, I need 5 painted conchs. They're mushrooms that have got a short, fat stem and a large bell-shaped cap covered with big red dots. You might find 1 or 2
I'll
here
never
in the
get
garden,
past
but you'll
that.
have better luck in the boggy part of the cemetery. You get me
Hi,
5,
Sleuthy.
no more, no less,
Hello,
and I'll let you
hello.
borrow that shovel.
Thanks for popping in.
Deal.
You can put 'em in this bag.
We're about to look for some painted conchs.
How else may I be of service to you?
Oh, I'm sorry about the migraine. I hope it.
I'll see you later.
Fare thee well.
I hope it goes away soon. Not this, Owen. Oh dear.
This has got to be a
Chat
painted
going
conch.
off the rails. I don't remember all the places that you find them. But I thought there were multiple in the garden. Maybe I'm wrong. Thank you for the fart, Liv.
Another painted conch. Yes.
Bernie. Now, how many are we supposed to get again? I'll come back for this. Have I gotten all the ones that are out here? I guess I have. Not one over here. Oh, here's one.
Another painted conch. Yes.
I feel like there's another one that I have to, like, look on the side somehow. No. Yeah, she wants to grind him up and put him in something. One of her tonics. Duolingo. Oh, come on. I know it's here somewhere. Do I have all of them? I have 5. Is that all she needed? 5?
Did you pick me those mushrooms yet?
Sure did.
Okay.
Well, bless your heart,
Never mind.
you didn't.
Actually, picking the one growing on the log sticking out of the swamp was a little hairy.
Oh, my. I forgot to warn you about Bernie, didn't I?
Bernie Sanders?
If by Bernie you mean the alligator that almost had me for dinner, yeah, you did.
He's another one of Dr. Bolay's pets. He'd kick that log to get Bernie's attention, then feed him marshmallows. Problem is, now that gator leaps up and snaps every time someone so much as touches that log. I should have said something, but I've gotten so used to Bernie, I just plain forgot. Anyway, feel free to help yourself to that shovel. You earned it.
You reinstalled Twitch, so no mod view.
I'd better get going.
Come see me anytime.
What did this end up telling us? Is that how we get the Charlie Wicker name? See you later. Thanks for stopping in. Okay, let's write down these directions. Okay. Let's see if I can figure this out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then to the north. 1, 2. To the east. 1. To the south. 1, 2, 3. To the west. 1, 2. North. 2. West. South. 1, 2, 3. East. Nice. All that for a glass eye. Let's call Bess. Yeah, Twitch Mobile, Mobile Twitch,
Hello?
T-Mobile.
How you doing?
Great.
I don't
just
usually
took a
use
nice,
Twitch on
luxurious
mobile.
bubble bath and I'm ready to boogie. When are you coming back here?
That's still kind of hard to say, but listen. Remember that old photo of a boy and his dog you said you saw in that box of stuff Henry sold to Lamont?
Yeah?
Did it look like it was maybe taken in the 1920s?
That's exactly what it looked like. Why?
Because I need to find out the name of Bruno Bolet's dog. And if that boy was Bruno, then that was probably his dog. Was there any writing on the picture?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I think it said Bruno.
That's all it said? Just Bruno?
No, it said Bruno but whatever came after and was hidden by the frame.
I really need to know the name of that dog.
Oh, no. No, you don't. No more snooping.
Bess, just get into that box again and see if the dog's name is on that picture. That's all I want you to do.
How? I can't just go waltzing into Lamont's back room.
And he's for sure as heck not gonna fall for that sneeze contraption again.
There must be some other way you can distract
I
him.
would
Please,
rather
Bess?
Thanks for
die.
the bits,
How
Liv.
important this is. You gotta do this for me, please.
Okay. We're not
Look,
gonna
I have
any
no
fun
beef with
here until you
T-Mobile.
solve this
I was
mystery,
making a
since
joke.
you
I've never
can't do
used
that
them.
until I
I'm
do
glad that you have a
this.
good have had a good experience.
I'll sneak into the back room and take another look at that photo. I mean, I will if I don't screw up.
Think positive, Bess. You're gonna do fine.
You bet I am. In fact, I'm not going to call you again until I have seen that picture. I'm going in.
You go, girl.
Hey,
In all your journeys through the wonderful world of junk, have you ever come across one of those legendary crystal skulls?
what makes you ask that?
You mean you have?
No. I know the legend, of course, and I sure wouldn't mind getting my hands on one of those babies. I mean, I could sell it for a fortune. But no such luck. Funny. I've been thinking about those skulls lately. A lot.
Really? Hey, maybe we got some kind of psychic thing going here. Quick, think of a number between 1 and 10 and I'll try to guess it. You thinking of a number? Okay, 4.
9.
Darn. Guess it was just a coincidence.
Guess so.
That gumbo stand outside? What do you think? Is it pretty authentic?
Outstanding! Just watch the hot sauce. Whatever's in it gives my stomach instant fits.
Aw, shout out to Beverly. Wow.
You know, I still feel
What an
guilty
angel.
about that sneezing thing. So how about I go and get you a nice big bowl of gumbo?
Just so happens I'm starving, so hey, you got a deal.
Great. I'll be right back.
What looks good to you?
What looks good to you?
Can I get a gumbo to go, please?
Dive in.
Thank you for your service, Beverly.
That my gumbo?
There you go. Enjoy.
Bess is just standing there
Uh-oh.
watching him eat.
Oh, you're gonna have to excuse me.
The TLDR is I broke my mom's phone system at work, like completely no phone calls in or out and no voicemails or text messages. Without Beverly, it would have been broken for almost 3 weeks like that. Oh, dang. With Beverly, it was only out for a couple hours because she helped me jerry rig stuff. Wow, shout out Beverly.
Uh-oh. I better get out of here.
Grant? The dog's name was Grant?
That's what it said on the photo.
Horrible name for a dog.
Kind of a weird name for a dog, huh?
Yeah,
I
well,
think.
Bruno Bolet was kind of a weird guy. Hey, thanks a lot, Bess. You've been a huge help.
I'll tell you, being sneaky takes a lot out of me. I'm exhausted.
I still don't know when I'll get back there, so just kind of hang loose, okay?
Story of my life. Call me if you need me.
I will. Bye.
Alright, let's see
Still have to do that.
what we need here. Oh, I forget
Still
that
have to
all
do
the
that.
new stuff gets
All
at the
done.
bottom.
All done. Check. Still have to do that.
Okay, we need to go find Iggy.
Did that. Can't check that off yet. Check. Still have to do that. Still have to do that. Check. Can't check that off yet. Did that.
We've done a lot.
Can't check that off yet.
Hi, Kelsey. Welcome in. How are you doing?
Still have to do that.
All right, let's go back to the secret study. We've got a couple things we can do in there.
Come and get it, Iggy.
The pitter patter of his little feet. Okay, so we need to be doctor, right? Is that correct? Oh, wait. We want the other one first. We want the mailman. Amazing. Did you read it? Need to do this. Ooh, purple. Green. Eyeball. One more for the road. Ugh. That color was not appetizing at all. Okay. Ew. Ew. Let's see how many more eyeballs we need.
This must be where I'm supposed to put all the glass eyes I've found.
I like
Let's
the
see
vibes
how
of
we're
this game
doing.
too. Oh, we're doing pretty good. I would say probably about half of them. It's pretty good. Not bad at all. Let's see. I want to get the Easter egg while I'm up here. And then I'll call the authenticator guy. And then we'll go from there. I didn't make a single mistake. Oh, I got it. I got the Easter egg. I was like, isn't it supposed to roll out? No, that's already happened with the eyeball. Okay, I need to get more fruit. I need to look at the book again. I guess I have it in my inventory. Do I need to look at the calendar again? So that Nancy says something about this? I suppose not. Ugh. Thank you for the toot, Lynn. Let's look at the book for a second. Where is it? Here it is. Okay, time will tell. Let's try to do this puzzle real quick. Okay. We're gonna read the whole thing. I apologize for it. At exactly midday, so 12, the teacher said to his class, what time will it be when 3 hours have passed? So 3 p.m. Let's pretend it's that time and move 2 hours ahead. And from there, let's say that it's 9 hours before. If 6 hours before then, we'd made note of the time, what time would it be if we'd move ahead 9? Okay. His students wrote down 6 numbers in all, then went back to their daydreams of things big and small. So that's part 1. Part 2. At high noon, the sheriff stepped into the street and addressed Bad Man Bart. 5 hours ago, I told you to leave town, and you swore you'd be gone in 3. There a reason you're still here? Wait, okay, 5 hours ago, I told you to leave town, and you swore you'd be gone in 3. Is there a reason you're still here? I left right when I said I would, but just as I was riding out, my horse threw a shoe. I took him straight to the blacksmith, but he was real busy. Said it would be 5 hours till he finished with my horse. Better tell him to get a move on, the sheriff drawled. Better, because 2 hours from now, if you're still here, you're gonna be real sorry, understand? Bart understood. He went back to the blacksmith, and an hour later was on his way out of town. I feel like I'm writing this down wrong. I already feel like I'm writing this down wrong. Let's go ahead and try to see if it'll let me do the part 1. So, at midday, then at 3, because it's plus 3 hours, then plus 2 hours, minus 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, minus 6 hours, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, plus 9 hours, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, that's great. Okay, so that makes me feel better. I've done one of them right. That's the first time ever I've done that. Okay, so again, midday, 5 hours ago, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus 3, plus 5, plus 2, plus 1. Okay, that one was wrong. Need a High School Musical 2. What time is it? Sound redeem. Okay, so this one I did incorrectly. Let's see if I can figure out how to do this. Okay, so not that. Cross out those numbers. So it's high noon. The sheriff stepped into the street and addressed Badman Bart 5 hours ago. 5 hours ago would have been 12 minus 5 is 7. 5 hours ago, it would have been 7 a.m. I told you to leave town and you swore you'd be gone in 3. 10 a.m. There's a reason why you're still here. I left right when I said I would. Just as I was riding out my horse through a shoe, I took him straight to the blacksmith, but he was real busy. He said it would be 5 hours till he finished with my horse. So, that's 3 p.m. Better tell him to get a move on, because 2 hours from now, at 5 p.m., if you're still here, you're going to be really sorry. Bart understood. He went to the blacksmith, and an hour later, at 6 p.m., he was on his way out of town. I don't understand. Maybe I need part 3. Thank you for the toot, Owen. Okay, it was midnight on a dark and stormy night, only 4 hours before. I had seen my dear friend Hollis, who informed me he was leaving for the court of the Star Chamber in a mere 2 hours, and feared he would never return. I realized that 6 hours after he was to enter the chamber, I was to surrender myself to Count Blackburn. I had no way of knowing whether, after the usual 5 hours of interrogation, I would be able to keep my rendezvous with Lucretia 2 hours later. Would the Count let me leave, or would he imprison me forever? I was terrified. That doesn't help me. Okay, so let's see. High noon, 7 a.m., 10 a.m., 3 p.m., 5 p.m., 6 p.m. Okay. Anybody got any ideas? Cause I got nothing. Let me try the other one while I'm waiting for chat to respond to my SOS. 12 a.m. minus 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Plus 2. Plus 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. So what am I doing wrong on the second one? I'm so confused. Sup, sup, sup. What does that mean? Okay, I can't turn that. Do I just not have to do the second one? I'll try it again. 12, 7. I'm trying to figure out how I did part 2 of this puzzle wrong. Or if there's anything that I can get from it. Okay, let me take you back to here. So I've done part 1 and 3 of Time Will Tell correctly. So I have the right idea. But for some reason, part 2 is different, and I don't understand the difference. So the numbers I have high noon. 5 hours before that is 7 a.m. 3 hours after that is 10 a.m. 5 hours after that is 3 p.m. 2 hours after that is 5 p.m. and 1 hour after that is 6. Wait, I think maybe I did mess it up. Okay, at high noon, 5 hours ago, 7 a.m., I told you to leave. You told me you would leave at 10. Is there a reason you're still here? I left right when I said I would, but I was writing la la la. He was really busy. He said it would be 5 hours until he was finished with my horse. Better tell him to get a move on, because 2 hours from now, which would be 2 o'clock. 2 hours from now would be 2 o'clock. Wait. Yes, because it's high noon.
Onions, garlic, celery, balsamic vinegar.
An hour later. Okay, I think I've got it. I think I've got it. Okay, so noon, 7, 10, 3, 2, 3. No. Okay, Liv, enjoy your eating and your packing. I hope it all goes well. Thank you for the bits. Ugh. Okay. At high noon, the sheriff stepped into the street and said, 5 hours ago, at 7 a.m., I told you to leave town and you swore you'd be gone in 3. That's 10 a.m. There a reason why you're still here? I left right when I said I would. But just as I was riding out, my horse threw a shoe. Maybe the southern accent will help. I took him straight to the blacksmith, but he was real busy. Said it would be 5 hours till he finished with my horse. 5 hours from now, 5 hours from then, would have been 3 p.m. Better tell him to get a move on, because 2 hours from now, 2 p.m., if you're still here, you're going to be real sorry. Understand? Bart understood. He went back to the blacksmith, and an hour later was on his way out of town. That would be 1 p.m., actually. Maybe the southern accent did help. Do I have to ban Liv to get her to pack and fall asleep? Maybe. Just kidding. Liv can take care of herself. She is a strong, independent woman, and I believe in her. Just like I believe in myself. We're gonna get this puzzle done, y'all. I think the southern accent actually did help. It, like, put me in the character and really made me understand where the characters were coming from, you know? I did it! That's insane! I have never done that puzzle ever in my life. That was great. That was crazy. Thank you so much for the scattered applause.
Check. Can't check that off yet. I haven't done that.
Use the name of the dog to hopefully finish up the Goofball Tombstone scavenger hunt. Okay.
All done. Still have to do that. Can't check that off yet. Check.
Where's the clock one?
I haven't done that.
There we go. Okay.
Can't check that off yet.
Okay. Now what? Okay, where do I do the Grant puzzle? I also need to get another fruit. I gotta say, this one is way easier than the Phantom of Venice one. This wasp spraying thing, way easier.
out loud.
Laugh out loud. I love that sound.
Check.
Okay, that piece of paper got me. So that has to do with this. I don't know where to go. And I don't know how to find out. So we're gonna walk around for a while, unless chat wants to backseat and tell me where to go. Oh, never mind. Never mind.
All done.
I gotta have more faith in myself. I also need to talk to Ned again soon. Okay, let's do more Iggy stuff. I need to call the guy, but we're gonna wait until I see Iggy again. I really don't want to do the teeth puzzle. I'm really dreading that.
Iggy! Oh, Iggy!
Iggy. Okay, let's do the optometrist. Dr. Iguana. Ad break. Dorn. Well, in that case, let's go get another fruit. We could use more fruit. Fruit. What's everyone's favorite fruit? That sound was not pleasant. I don't know what that was. Mango? Ooh, I do love a mango. For like a just your average everyday fruit, I like an apple. I also love raspberries. I think for like a fancy fruit, I'd love a mango and maybe a pear. Son-in-law is allergic to mangoes. Moment of silence. No.
Iggy, how about a nice juicy
Back, I don't
love
like mango. What's your favorite fruit, Maggie? Grapefruit? I feel like that's an unpopular opinion. That's interesting. Blueberries, okay. I like blueberries in stuff, but not on their own. The name that opens every Jolly Roger meeting opens me. Okay, I need another fruit because I want to see what the clown one is. I don't know if I've ever done that one before. Ooh, peaches are so good. No, 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 no. Oh, it got harder. It got significantly harder. Oh, I have no chance here. Ow! Oh, that scared me. This is my worst nightmare.
Ouch!
Ah, freak. I have literally no chance here.
Ow!
Unless they were all to come into the same spot, which is so unlikely. Oh. I'm sweating. Renee, can you come help me, please? I need assistance. Shoot. Oh my god. I'm scared. I feel like I keep getting so close and then they all come back. Ugh. I'm about to give up and just let them kill me. Ugh, come on. I thought Dylan hadn't played this game yet. Is it worth it for the extra clown retrieval? Is it worth it, Nancy? Oh my god. I don't know if it's worth it. Oh, I was so close that time. I give up. Take me.
Ouch! Ow! Ow! Ouch!
I surrender.
We have to go home? Why?
I run into some wasps. Stung me on every part of my body except my... Nope, got me there too.
We have to cut our weekend short
White
on account of
flag.
wasps?
I'll explain later.
I cannot.
Right now, it kind of hurts to talk.
I never thought I'd hear myself say this, but Nancy, you really need to be more careful.
No, duh.
Dylan's excuse for not being here was the fact that he hadn't finished Crystal Skull. So who's lying? Who's the liar in this in this situation? Who's the big lion fart face?
Hi, Nancy.
Hey, Ned.
What's going on?
I have been having Bess do some sleuthing for me.
You're kidding. I thought you said Bess was a disaster when it came to detective stuff.
I never said that. I mean, I may have said she wasn't particularly adept at snooping.
Ah, but this is not snooping. It's sleuthing.
Exactly.
So how's she doing?
You know Bess, when she puts her mind to something, there's no stopping her. She's doing awesome.
Awesome.
Okay,
Do we
maybe
think that I
not
can get this
awesome,
done
but
within
she's
4
certainly,
hours?
You know.
Not totally
I think
screwing
it's
up?
possible.
Right.
That's what I figured.
Bruno Bolet's doctor, Gilbert
We might be
Buford,
having
was
a
apparently Bruno's best friend
longer
as
than
well.
4-hour stream today.
Think Bruno told him about the skull?
Yes, in fact, Dr. Buford told Bess that Bruno showed it to him once. But apparently he told Bruno the skull was bogus, and Bruno got a little ticked off. Never showed it to him again.
Well, when it comes to murdering someone and making it look like a heart attack,
No,
a
no,
doctor's
no,
gotta
no.
be right
For
up there when it
total.
comes to suspects.
Don't worry, I've been thinking the
Yeah.
same thing.
So what else is going on?
In order to find that crystal skull...
'Cause I've
it
been
looks like I'm
streaming
going to
for
have to
a
find
little
all
over
of Bruno's
3.
glass eyes.
And I think
Bruno
that I
wore a glass
can
eye?
finish
He
it
wore a
within
lot of
45
glass
minutes.
eyes. Not all at once, of course, but from this box I found in his study,
But
it
it'll
looks
be a
like he had at least
challenge.
25.
I might have to
What
cheat.
makes you think finding them will lead you to the skull?
Something Bruno said to Professor Hotchkiss, whom I've met before, by the way, in Wisconsin. Did I ever tell you about her?
Why does that name bring Boots to mind? Boots and cheese.
I do
Anyway,
want to.
it turns out she's an
Cheating.
expert on the crystal skulls. So Bruno called her once.
There are
and when
hard
she asked
puzzles
him
in
if
this
he knew where the
game,
skull called the
Owen.
Whisperer was, he said, "The eyes have it."
He meant eyes with an E instead of an A.
Right.
Did he lose all these eyes or hide them on purpose?
I'm pretty sure he hid them on purpose.
And I thought Henry was weird.
Get this.
Ugh.
Bruno had a pet
I
iguana
need a
that he liked to
headphones
dress
break.
up in little costumes.
Say what?
I kid you not. I found little outfits for Iggy, that's the iguana's name, Iggy, in Bruno's study. He could dress him up like a mailman, an optometrist, or a pirate.
Now I've heard everything.
No, you haven't. Iggy also hides things in the vents, and depending on what outfit he's wearing, he'll go into the vent and bring out different stuff.
You have got to be joking.
Like, I dressed him up as an optometrist, and he brought me out a glass eye.
Poor Henry. If weirdness is genetic, he doesn't stand a chance.
I'm pretty sure a letter caused Bruno Bolet to have that heart attack.
A letter?
Apparently, Bruno and Renee had recently taken the crystal skull to a lab to see if it was authentic. The lab guy mailed Bruno a letter summarizing his test results, which showed the skull was a fake, and when Bruno read it, I think the shock was just too much for him.
So much for his being murdered.
I'm not so sure. Renee told me she didn't know anything about Bruno's crystal skull, yet the letter from the lab guy indicates otherwise.
So go show her the letter and see what she says.
While I was picking mushrooms for Renee, I almost lost my hand to one of Bruno's pets.
You have a big dog or something?
A big alligator named Bernie.
Sanders.
How can you make a pet out of an alligator?
Apparently by exploiting their fondness for marshmallows.
Well, stay away from them. I like your hands just the way they are.
Aww.
I can't quite figure out whether Renee neglected to tell me about him by accident or on purpose.
Hey, if you're not sure, you'd better stay away from her, too.
Nothing more to report.
Call again, okay? Soon.
Okay, bye.
See ya.
Yeah?
Is this Milo Research and Technology?
This is Chaz, Milo. Service forwarded your call to my cell. What do you want?
Are you all right?
I'm at the gym. On the treadmill. It's called multitasking.
Well, about the letter you sent to Dr. Boulay, you know, where you told him the skull was a fake, I was just wondering...
I never told him that.
Never told him what?
I told him that skull was authentic.
No, you said in the letter the skull was carved using modern instruments.
I said all the tests I ran proved the skull had been hand-carved and hand-polished. Probably took decades to make.
But the letter Dr. Boulay got said just the opposite.
Then the letter he got must not have been the letter that I wrote.
Are you saying the crystal skull is real?
Hey, I'm not saying it's magic or anything. I'm just saying it wasn't made using 19th century, 20th century, or 21st century technology. Hey, look, I'm gonna hang up now. If I try to talk anymore, I'm gonna pass out.
Just one more question. Did you send that letter saying the skull was authentic to anyone else?
No, just Dr. Boulay. I heard he died recently. Good thing I billed him up front.
Yeah, well, thanks for your help.
No problem.
Okay.
Hello again.
I think I found the letter that Dr. Boulay was reading when he had his fatal heart attack. Iggy the iguana had taken it. Apparently, Dr. Boulay did have a crystal skull and believed possessing it would make him immortal. So he had it tested, and the lab sent him its findings in this letter. Read the second paragraph.
My analysis showed that the skull, while made of remarkably pure crystal, was carved using modern instruments. In layman's terms, the skull is a fake.
My guess is Dr. Boulay believed in the skull so completely that when he read it was a fake, he was totally devastated, and his heart just stopped. But what I don't quite understand is, why did you tell me you didn't know about the crystal skull when this letter indicates you did?
All right. Dr. Boulay told me about the skull. As you said, he believed with all his might owning that skull was the reason he was still going strong at 95. I lied to you because,
You
well,
can call
for
him a
one thing,
second
Dr.
time.
Boulay
That's
swore me to
interesting.
secrecy. And for another, he
I'll have
kept the
to try
skull
that.
hidden. And up until just this minute, I wanted to be the one who found it.
Do you have any idea where the skull's hidden?
None whatsoever. Oh my, this makes me feel just terrible. You see, getting the skull tested was my idea. When Dr. Boulay told me about it, I was skeptical and that troubled him. So I helped him find a private laboratory where we could take it so any and all doubts would be dispelled once and for all. I certainly did not anticipate that the truth would result in his keeling over and dying like that. Well, now that I too know that the skull's a fake, I can stop fretting over its whereabouts. In fact, I should probably thank you and Iggy for setting me straight.
Nice talking to you.
Come see me anytime.
Okay, let's see what we can figure out about this puzzle. A librarian's tale. Let's look at that first. A great keeper of books, it's true am I. Many a reader can, through me can spy on wondrous worlds that will never die. You could say it's magic, the librarian's eye. But to get such an eye, you must first take a look at the cards that keep track of every book. Okay, so the file cabinet. The title's the thing, addition's the hook. The title's the thing, addition's the hook. That will let you remove the orb from its nook. What? Okay, let me move on. The history of Quincy T. Booker's teeth, primary teeth history. Oh, this is gonna be so excruciating. Okay. Oh, 14. 78. Filled the upper right second molar. Upper right second molar. 4/13/78. Extracted. Okay, so that was filled. Extracted. Upper right. Central. Incisor. Then upper left. Central incisor. On 01/18/80, we filled the lower left lateral incisor. Oh, and this is primary teeth. I'll have to make a note of that as well. Okay, so this is primary. And then we've got permanent. 03/14/88. Extracted lower right canine. 09/18/90. Extracted upper left first bicuspid. Christmas Eve 90. Extracted lower left canine. 01/18/93. Extracted lower left third molar. And these are the permanent teeth. Okay, so we need to look at the picture, the poster in the study. Oh, this is a later puzzle too. What is this one for? Stealthily stalking them, famished and anxious, out hunting west waters, he was cantankerous. Out here were the sea-stricken pirates aplenty. A week's worth of looting left their large stomachs empty. Down to the port, we'll plunder some dinner, but the truth is that these pirates could have been thinner. Their villainous vessel was bugged down by booty. They would drop off the treasure and away they'd be scooting. Is this for the directions of the eyes later? I feel like that's what this is. Because it's very long. And long lived this octopus hidden away, but his fate fell quickly on one fateful day. Okay, so back to Librarian's Tale. The title's the thing. Addition's the hook. That will let you remove the orb from its nook. We might have already done that. I'm gonna go look at the teeth. The way that door swings open is always upsetting to me. It feels too abrupt. Okay, so first we're looking for primary teeth, upper right, second molar. Upper right. What did Ned say? That we're looking at it from our perspective instead of the patient's, or the other way around? I'm gonna take a picture of this. That's what's gonna save my life. So that way I don't have to draw a set of teeth.
There must be another way out.
Nancy, we know the way out. Okay, let's try this. Let's see if I can figure this out. And if not, we'll call Ned again for some tips. Okay, so first would be upper right, second molar. Upper right, second molar. Extracted upper right central incisor. And then upper left central incisor. And then filled lower left lateral incisor. Which would be oh, I think, did I mess this up? And then I always get confused too. Ned said something. It's their left. Oh, then I think I did that wrong. Back away. Okay, so their left means this is left. Okay, so right, upper right, second molar. Would be this one. And then upper right central incisor would be this one. Upper left central incisor, and then lower left lateral incisor. Okay, good. Okay, thank you, Heartless, for confirming that. That is very helpful. Okay, and now these teeth, the adult teeth, the permanent teeth, lower right canine. This is the right. This is center. Center, lateral, canine. Upper left, first bicuspid. Central, lateral, canine, first bicuspid. Extracted lower left, canine. Central, lateral, canine. And then lower left, third molar. I did it. With the help of all of you. Thank you so much. We're saving. Okay. That's incredible. Did I solve the librarian's tale thing by getting the... I don't know if I did this or not. Thank you, Owen, for the claps. I don't know if I have used this information or not. Because I've gotten this book. You solved most of these on accident? How on earth did you do that? That's wild.
Hello?
The librarian
Hi, Bess.
one
Listen,
somehow.
you busy?
Why?
I need you to do something for me.
What?
I need you to infiltrate the meeting of the
Bess
Jolly
thought she was
Rogers
gonna have
crew
a
that's
bubble
about to be
bath
held at Rampart and
and just
Domain,
hang
which has
out
gotta
for
be
the rest of
right
the
near
night.
Zeke's. You're gonna have to
She
look
put on
around
her
for it.
pajamas.
Now, to get into the meeting, you'll need to put on that skeleton man costume you saw in the back room. And once you're in the meeting, you'll need to listen for the name that opens the meeting so you can tell me what it is, okay?
No.
Bess, I know you don't like to do stuff like this, but this is really, really, really important, and it'll be the last thing I ask you to do. I promise.
Oh, all right. I don't suppose it would do any good to point out that the curio shop is closed.
You'll find a way in. Oh, and if anyone at the meeting asks, the password is Scuttled Bones.
Scuttled Bones.
Okay, I'll give it a shot.
That's the spirit.
Ew. Oh. Oh, 5. Kind of wish we could go in the curio shop while he's not there. Spooky.
What's the password?
Password? Right. Let's see. Scuttled Bones.
Better hurry, we're just about to start.
Jean Lafitte. Jean Lafitte.
Welcome, my fellow Jolly Rogers.
that
We
voice.
have several pressing matters to discuss this evening, so let us begin. As you may or may not have heard, certain city officials are attempting to deny us the right not only to gather in public places during the Mardi Gras season, but they
Scupper
have
Bowl.
also seen fit to...
Shoot, I forgot to turn off my cell phone.
It seems we have an uninvited guest. Get him!
Why did he growl? He's not an
You're
animal.
making a big mistake. Let go of me. Look, I'm not here to make trouble. You're making
Oh,
a
Bess.
big deal out of nothing. Can't we just talk about this? Where are you taking me? If you just let me explain.
Why, it seems our trespasser is of the female variety. Let's have a look.
That's right. You know me and I know you, Dr. Buford. And I also know that you were the one who attacked my friend over at the Beaulay Mansion today. And if you don't tell me why right now, I promise you, you are gonna be in one big world of hurt.
The young lady's clearly upset about something. Clarence, take over the meeting while I try to find out why she's making all these crazy accusations.
They're not crazy and you know it.
I will tell you everything, Miss Marvin, in private.
And he did. He told me everything, Nancy. I bluffed him into confessing. You would have been so proud of me. Oh, and before I forget, the name they chanted at the start of the meeting was Jean Lafitte.
Jean Lafitte. Great. Now, what did Dr. Buford tell you?
Okay. First off, he said that with his dying breath, Bruno Beaulay directed him to steal the painting of Henry's parents and lock it up in Henry's parents' crypt. Bruno seemed to think that way, Henry would wind up with the crystal skull instead of somebody else. So Dr. Buford dressed up in his skeleton man costume, stole the canvas, and hid it in the crypt like Bruno asked.
That must have been when Renee saw Mr. Death.
But then, Dr. Buford had second thoughts and decided to heck with Henry. He wanted that crystal skull for himself. So this afternoon, he dressed up in his skeleton man costume again and snuck into Henry's house so he could get the key from that mini cemetery and retrieve the painting he'd left in that crypt, knowing the painting would somehow lead him to the skull.
Only I walked in on him and ruined everything.
Right. And now that we're onto him, he says he no longer wants the skull. He's embarrassed that he allowed his superstitious side to get the best of him and says whoever finds the skull is welcome to it. At least that's what Dr. Buford said. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh what?
I told him you were looking for the skull.
That's all right.
Actually, I told him you were on the verge of finding it.
Why would you tell him that?
I don't know. I got carried away. So if he lied to me and he
Silly
really does
Bess.
still want the skull, then he might come after you. He left right after we talked, and I don't think he went back into that meeting. What if he's on his way over there?
Don't worry, I'll be fine. Why don't you just... Whoa, that bolt of lightning was huge. Anyway, why don't you just go relax and I'll be back at the hotel before you know it, okay? Bess? Hello?
Bess isn't there anymore.
Bess, you there? Nope, she sure isn't.
Bess got struck by lightning. Is she okay? I guess we'll have to find out. We're getting close. Oh, I need to actually go up and open that box. Forgot what I was doing. I feel like we're getting kind of close. We just have to find all the glass eyes, and we don't have...
Here, Iggy, Iggy, Iggy.
I'm getting close. J-E-A-N-L-A-F-I-T-T-E. Okay, so let's see what we've got going on here. We are missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 eyes. Let's check our checklist out.
Can't check that off yet.
Oh, we have to do the crypt puzzles with the statues. Forgot about that.
Did that.
Did that.
Can't check that off yet.
Pull the heads on those buzzard statues in the garden until the head feathers of the master buzzards are arranged in the picture in Bruno's short story book. Thank you for the hydrate. Everybody else hydrate. Okay, so we need to do the buzzard statues. Since Bruno saw fit to write a book, maybe it would be a good idea to take another look around his library, since that's where he kept the books he saw fit to read.
Did that. Did that. I haven't done that. Still have to do that.
Figure out a way to get Henry to give me the glass eye that's on his keychain.
Check. Did that.
Okay, I already read that. Okay, so I need to do the buzzard statue. You drink water and now you're mad about it? I need to do the buzzard statue, and that will probably also check off the, exploring the garden one. So we need to go outside. And it's about time for me to take a bathroom break because I've been hydrating plenty. So I will leave you here. Everybody, we're going to take a little tiny break, just a short minute. Break. Grab yourself a snack, grab yourself a beverage, do a few stretches, I'll be right back. Appreciate being left on the rain ambiance. Yeah, I figured no one would want to be left in total silence in Bruno's study, so I thought I would take y'all outside. Let's see. Can we talk to you anymore? No.
Nice talking to you.
See, we're getting to the end of the
Thanks for coming
game
by.
because no one's talking to us anymore. Let's actually call Ned. Maybe he can give me a hint on the Librarian's Tale puzzle. I am at ease with the rain. Good. Love to hear it.
Hey, Ned.
What's going on?
Remember the letter I told you about? The one from the lab guy that probably caused Bruno's fatal heart attack?
Yeah?
Well, when I called the lab guy, he said that in his letter, he told Bruno the skull was authentic.
You mean someone faked the letter that said the skull was a fake?
Yep, which means Bruno more or less did die at someone else's hand.
Good grief. Have you told anyone?
No, and I don't think I'm going to. For one thing, I don't want to tip my hand. For another thing, I don't want anyone thinking that skull is the real deal after all.
Which apparently it is.
The only thing those lab tests proved is that the skull is at least 300 years old. Not that it has magical powers or anything.
But still, finding it would be pretty cool.
How about a hint?
What do you need?
What am I supposed to do with a piece of paper I found in the head of that dummy in Bruno's study? Do you know?
Read what it says, then see if you can find the name of the person to which it's referring in the grave guide that Bruno kept in the great room. When you think you know the name, use your keyboard to write it on the piece of paper. Then find his grave in the cemetery, read the clue that's written there, go back to the grave guide, and repeat the process. Just make sure that every time you think you know a name, you write it down.
Excellent. Thanks for the advice.
My pleasure. Bye.
What am I missing from that? Did I really not finish that? Is that in my checklist still? It's not in my checklist anymore. So why is he still giving me hints about that? That's weird. And I still don't have the thing that turns these, right? Oh, I get that when I solve this. Okay. Thanks for the hydrate, Lynn. I will do so in just a moment. And thank you for the toot as well. Oh, I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. Okay, avian statues hide secrets bound. Mechanical feathers from metal were pound. Wires and springs and levers were wound. As levers are pulled, solutions compound. A feather stands up, another falls down. You won't need to peek if you listen to the sound. Inside this drawing, a solution is found. Master of buzzards drops key to the ground. So it needs to be like that. So the middle ones need to be the tallest. And then really short, and then really long. Let's just see what all of them do. Whoa. So maybe I do that one again and then do the last one. Yeah. Yes. Oh, I can't believe. Thank you. Save immediately. Ah, thanks for sticking with me, guys. Really appreciate it. Eyeball. Eyeball. I'm really close. Because this means I only need the keychain eyeball, I think. Yay! Go off, Nancy. Go off, Queen. Let's check that off. So satisfying.
Can't check that off yet.
I'm so close.
All done.
Nice. Let's call Ned again. Because I want to get to that conversation, that sassy conversation that Liv was telling us about.
Hi, Nancy.
Hey, Ned.
What's going on?
But there's
How
nothing.
about a hint?
What do you need?
There's nothing to talk about.
On second thought, the hint can wait. See ya.
Adios.
Who wants to talk to Henry?
Yes.
Do you think I could borrow your keychain? The one that has Bruno's glass eye on it?
You want to borrow it? What for?
Actually, all I really want is the eye. I mean, it's just so cool.
What if you break it?
If it's on a chain, it can't be that fragile.
She's not
I don't think I want to take that chance. Sorry.
The box of your great uncle's things that you sold to Zeke's curio
Not the
shop. That was
blackmail.
a no-no, wasn't it?
What box of things? I don't know what you're talking about.
The guy who owns the shop said you sold him a box of assorted items. I am assuming they used to be Bruno's.
Well, somebody screwed up somewhere because I haven't sold anything to anybody. Why would I sell one lousy box of stuff when I'm about to inherit a whole house full of stuff? Get real.
You sold
Get
it because you
real.
needed some quick cash in order to keep Summer happy, didn't you?
How do you know about her?
Playing detective is actually a lot more than a hobby with me.
Very true.
I could make a lot of trouble for you, Henry. But if you come clean, tell me about Summer.
She's this girl I'm in love with. I think she loves me back, but she's so unpredictable it drives me nuts.
You argue a lot?
All the time, mostly over how schizoid she is. I mean, I never know what's gonna make her happy. Like, just before I left, I took practically every bit of cash I had and bought her a bunch of CDs. You know, to keep her occupied while I was gone, right? Well, soon as I get here,
I
she
can't
calls
imagine
and
him
says
with the
her
beard.
sound system just went bluey, and I had to buy her a new one because what good were the CDs I bought her if she couldn't play them? So then
you threw a bunch of Bruno's things into a box and sold it to that curio shop.
Yeah, I wired her the money, but then she called and said she also needed
This
new
was
headphones.
before Cash App.
Next call, it was new speakers. And now she expects me to buy her a flat-screen TV. When I try to talk to her about always wanting more like that, she gets really mad. But I'm afraid if I don't give her what she wants, she'll...
Break up with her baby.
I'm afraid she'll dump me. And I couldn't take that. I mean, she's the only
That's really
girlfriend I've ever
sad.
had. Ever will have, probably. Look, you don't need to go telling Renee or any of those lawyers about selling that stuff, right?
I can't just ignore what you did, Henry.
I know. You still want the glass eye? Take it. Go ahead. It's all yours. You want something, I want something, take it and we're even, okay?
Well, it's not like you sold off half the estate or anything.
$300. That's all I've gotten out of his estate. I swear. Go on, take it.
Thank you.
I was naughty, but from now on I'll be nice, I
He was
promise.
naughty.
Do you know anything about the crystal skull that was in that box of junk you sold to Zeke's?
There wasn't any crystal skull in that box.
Are you sure? It would have been inside another box.
Well, I did throw in some smaller boxes. Like I said, I was just grabbing stuff. Was it valuable?
All I really know for sure right now is that it's missing.
Great. be just my luck to have sold
Aw,
something that
good
wasn't
night,
junk to
Owen.
that glorified
Have
trash
a good
collector.
sleep.
I'm going to keep looking around.
Groovy.
Thanks for the parting toot. I appreciate you. Let's see if I have them all. I think I have them all. What? I'm missing one. Okay, so it's got to be the Librarian's Tale, right? That's the only thing that I haven't done, I think. Unless... Yeah, okay, I have 24. Let's do a quick scroll. See if I missed anything. Okay.
Can't check that off yet.
So definitely have to do that.
All done. All done.
Okay. But I really don't understand. I just don't understand this puzzle, I guess. Okay, so the title is the object, and addition is what now? The title's the object, the addition's the hook. The title's the thing, the addition's the hook. That will let you remove the orb from its nook. Add the cards that keep track of the book. Do we just need
a librarian's tale?
Okay.
Something Bruno Bollet wrote in that Tired Eyes book mentioned the librarian's eye.
Wait.
Can't check that off yet.
Maybe if Nancy just looks at all of them real quick.
Here we go.
Are you kidding
a
me?
Librarian's tale.
Okay, so I need a number. Let's find all of the eye-related ones. So we've got the camel and the needle's eye, which is 608. Cat's eye, which is 10. Eye candy is 4. Grinding fake eyes is 511. Turning a blind eye is 006. My eye and other is 401. So maybe I'm adding all of these numbers together. I am smart. Yay! I'm smart. Who would have thought? I know I've already said this, but I'm gonna say it again. This will be my first time to ever finish this game without cheating. And the fact that I've gotten this far means that I will probably, like, achieve that. Because I think that I only have one more puzzle. And I think I know how to do it. Bangarang is right. I'm freaking pumped, dude. A large accomplishment, especially with this game. This game is puzzle heavy, for sure. Okay, so I think that we get the directions here. So this is gonna probably take a little bit, but hang with me. It's getting exciting. It makes up for that with vibes, and that's why it's my favorite game. Okay. Stealthily stalking them, famished and anxious, hunting west waters. He was cantankerous. Out here were the sea-stricken pirates aplenty, a week's worth of looting left. Their large stomachs empty. Down to the port, we'll blunder some dinner, but the truth is that these pirates could have been thinner. Their villainous vessel was bogged down by booty. They would drop off the treasure, and away they'd be scooting. I'm just now noticing that there are numbers at the bottom, and I'll pay attention to that later. Nancy Hannah, thank you for the follow. Roberto just raided. Hello, hello. Thank you for the raid. I so appreciate it. Welcome, raiders. We are at the tail end of Nancy Drew Legend of the Crystal Skull. So if you're not wanting spoilers, I recommend that you lurk. But if you are fine with spoilers, then stick around. We're getting to the exciting stuff. Let's see. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you, Regal Bagel, for the follow. I love that name. Let's see. Introduction. I'm Lucy, or Loose Goose, the goose behind the games. I started this channel with the goal of playing my childhood favorites, so Nancy Drew games were a big part of my childhood. And I'm playing a few other nostalgic games here and there, along with some more modern games that I have yet to play. So it's a little bit of cozy, a little bit of nostalgia, and every once in a while a little bit spooky, especially during the month of October. So that'll be a fun time for all of us. But yeah, thank you for being here. Really excited to have all of you. Let's continue with the puzzle, shall we? This is the first time that I'm solving this mystery without any walkthroughs or hints or cheats. So I'm doing the hard stuff here. All right. Fate fell quite quickly on one fateful day. Okay, so I think I got all of the directions here. So, west, left, down, up, down. I don't have enough. I'm missing something. I'm missing something. I didn't have enough directions. Did I get the sneaky ones? Like the northwest? I got the northwest one. First page, read the last line of the first paragraph and the first line of the second paragraph. No way. Thank God for you, Owen, because I never would have seen that. Okay, so west, south, where the sea-stricken pirates aplenty, a week's worth of looting left, their large stomachs empty. So I still only have 3. Okay, I just need to rewrite this whole thing. That sucks. West, south, east of looting. This is gonna take me so long. Y'all. There's a south before that. Okay, so I have the first page. And now there are... Does this mean that there are 2? Or does that mean there are 7? It means there are 2. There's no way there's 7 on that page. Last page. So down dove the octopus right to his den. He spit out their bones and fashioned a fence, and each treasure, of course, he had not left behind. He'd befriend all these baubles in a very short time, and long lived this octopus, hidden away, but his fate fell quite quickly on one fateful day. That was exhausting. I hope I have all the ones that I need now. Can they face forward? Oh no. Oh no, they can face forward, can't they? So maybe it's just another down. Let's just try it just to see. No. Ugh. Swim for your lives. The calm seas. Oh, there's another east. Okay, that's helpful. Down, down. Up, down, east. East. Left. East. That was it. That was it. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Save immediately. Ooh. Okay. We're gonna make it. We can do this. Thank you for the toot, Lynn. Wow, that was tough. Proud of myself for sticking it out. Thanks, Owen. I appreciate your help. And Lynn and Maggie and Kelsey. Thank you for the toot, Owen. I never knew there were so many ways to make yeast. For real. Guys, it's the end of the game. This is so insane. The end of this game is so insane. Like, what is that? My brain is mush right now. That's why it took me so long to do that puzzle. Crystal Skull!
Nancy?
Hey,
that
brother.
you in there?
Why is
Goodness
this so
sakes, Gal,
loud?
what on earth have you gone and done?
Is
The
this...
lid's closing and I don't know how to stop it.
Is she
Here,
yelling?
I'll pull you up. Toss what you're holding up here, then give me your hands. Come on, you best hurry.
Here it comes.
What was the movie?
Renee, a little help, please?
The crystal skull.
Why would you
After
throw
all that scheming,
the skull?
how do I finally get it? Why, this nice little Yankee gal just hands it to me.
Renee, help me. Hurry, please.
Thank you, Nancy. Bye now.
No, you've got to help me. Renee!
I'll have to check it out.
Renee!
Alright. Can we call Ned while we're down here? No. The memory puzzle in the dark. I need lightning. Thank you. That didn't help because I still cannot see. Okay, there's one. Not doing too bad, actually. Oh shoot, I didn't mean to click on that one. Some of them look so similar. I've not seen that one either, Maggie. Look at how cool the woods look back there with the purple. That's pretty sick. Wow! I've never really noticed that before. Is it this way? It's not this way. I went the wrong way. No. Okay, here we go.
Renee, hold it right there. That skull isn't yours. To say nothing of the fact that you just tried to bury me alive.
The skull is mine. It wants to be mine. Yes, I did my share of scheming to get it. I got Dr. Bolay to go to the authenticators, then switched the letter they wrote saying it was real with one I wrote saying it was fake, in hopes that Dr. Bolay would just hand it over to me. Yes, my plan failed, and yet, here we are. I have the skull. Why? Because it knows that I will fulfill its destiny.
Bruno Bolay wanted Henry to have it. That's why he had Gilbert Buford steal that painting and hide it in Henry's parents' crypt. Because he hoped that way Henry would eventually find it.
Henry is a fool. If he ever got his hands on this, he would just turn around and give it to that trashy
Her eyes are
girlfriend of
crazy
his.
looking.
Dr. Bolay, he just wanted it because he was terrified of dying.
Bernie.
Gilbert Buford, too. And that Lamont fella, he just wants to sell it to the highest bidder. For me, my motives are pure. I am going to protect
Enjoy your lyric, Maggie.
so
We're
he
almost
can
done.
rendezvous with all those other skulls. I'm going to be right there when they start conversing, and all the mysteries of the universe are forever solved. Ah! No, 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 come back!
I hope he enjoys it.
Renee burst into tears and sobbed as Bernie swam away with a crystal
Mystery
skull.
solved.
It made me feel
Case
sorry
closed.
for her for about 2 seconds.
We did
After
it.
all, while she may not have meant to cause Bruno's
Without
death, she
hints,
certainly meant to
without a
cause mine when
walkthrough.
she left me sealed up in that crypt. It felt good to turn her over to the police. Later that night, Dr. Buford came over
Side
and
note, what
apologized
is this
for knocking
music?
me out with that smoke bomb, and for allowing himself to
Yeah,
think,
we
even
finished.
for a moment,
Good
that
night,
Bruno's
video.
crystal
Thanks for
skull
being
was
here.
anything more than a pretty piece of quartz. To make up for his shameful behavior, he insisted on taking Bess and me on a grand tour of New Orleans. Seeing the city through the eyes of someone who loves it as much as Dr. Buford was truly special. He invited Henry too, but Henry declined. He was still trying to process the fact that his great-uncle wanted him to have the skull. Henry always thought that to Bruno he was nothing more than an annoying family obligation, someone Bruno couldn't care less about. Yet Bruno's request of Dr. Buford, made with his
Thanks,
dying
Medio.
breath, proved that he did care about Henry. Apparently, and unfortunately for Henry, Bruno was the type of man who just couldn't bring himself to say such things out loud. As for Lamont, when he heard what happened, he closed his shop, bought enough marshmallows to fill a swamp boat, and has been scouring the bayous ever since, kicking every log he comes to in hopes of finding Bernie and the crystal skull inside him. But Bernie has yet to turn up. Maybe the skull didn't agree with him. Maybe swallowing it caused him to stop associating the sound of a kicked log with yummy sweet things. In any case, the Whisperer has disappeared, lost to the world once again, which is totally fine by me.
Which of Zeke's hoodoo powders did Renee have in her room? Hiccuping. Oh, I did good this time. I did good. No Clue Left Behind. Sweet Tooth. Cajun Cooking Connoisseur. Wasp Whipper. Dummy Dearest. Marble Marvel. For solving the square marble puzzle in record time. Thank you very much. Powder Puff. And Trivia Tamer. Nice. That's pretty good. What did I miss? Chit Chat Champ, Gumball Geek, Egghead, Basket Case. Okay.
Talk about a detective's dream come true.
We've played
the
this
Italian
one.
police called me personally
We know
and
her.
requested that I travel to Italy and help them stake out a suspected thief in Venice. Unfortunately, What started out as a simple assignment in a city filled with canals, gondolas, and romance quickly morphed into a full-fledged undercover operation. And I soon found myself trapped in a maze of lies, disguises, and danger. Help me find my way out by joining me in my next adventure, Phantom of Venice.
So good. All right. Zay, I'll answer your question in just a second, but first, let's say goodbye to YouTube. Goodbye, YouTube. Thank you so much for watching this VOD. I really appreciate you guys, and I hope you enjoyed it. It was a long one, but it was a good one. Still one of my favorites, for sure. If you're not following me on Twitch, come on over. Catch me live sometime. I stream on Sundays, Mondays, Thursdays, and Fridays every week, and the occasional surprise stream thrown in the mix. Yeah. Thanks so much for being here. You're the best. See you later.